Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Mom vs. the Heart podcast. I'm your host, Jamal, and I'm here with...
Heavan.
Hi, Miss Heavan. Tell everybody about yourself.
So my name is Heavan Doyle. I'm a junior at the University of North Texas, and yeah.
Any hobbies? What you like to do?
I'm currently trying to start back up my YouTube channel. I'm getting back into basically digital creating videos, stuff like that. So.
Okay. Well, Miss Heavan, first question I got for you is, y'all know I don't like to waste no time.
Okay.
We're going to get right into it. So what is your type of guy? What type of guy do you like?
Ooh.
You can do physicality and, outside of physicals.
Okay. So I do have a type. I do specifically look for tall, dark-skinned men. That's my type. like that's what I look for.
How tall though? Like, how tall bro gotta be though? Like,
at least, okay, 5'11" starting off, 5'8", 5'11" starting off. Cause I'm 5'3".
Just say 6 foot.
But I like them. I like them up in sixes. Yeah, I like them up in sixes. I like dark skin, pretty teeth. Waves or dreads, whichever one you prefer, because I don't mind. But yeah, I prefer a dark skinned man. I like to mess around with my little brown skinned man too.
Okay.
But yeah, I mainly like dark skinned men. That's my type.
So other than the physical attributes, what does he have to have, like mentally and emotionally?
I feel like he has to be emotionally intertwined with himself. Like he has to know himself like through and out. He has to have something going for him. Like, I know a lot of people, they might talk about things that they want to do, but it's like, okay, are you, like, what are your steps? Like, are you actually doing something to get there, or are you just
basically
talking about it?
Ambition.
Yeah,
type of thing.
Have ambition. Someone that has financial literacy, someone that's, like, they can hold a conversation. A lot of times you might find yourself talking to somebody and it's just like, okay. Like, they can't keep you interested in the conversation. Someone that's, kind, thoughtful, caring,
So, let me ask you this. Okay. So we got your type out the way. So, if a guy wants to get with you, how should he present himself? Because you got sometimes, some girls like the guy to just come out and say that he want to get with them. Some girls kind of like the guy to just be kind of chill. They want to approach him. So which way do you prefer? Like in person?
It depends. Because if I want something, if I see somebody that's attractive, I'm going to go up and talk to them. I don't have no problem walking up to them and be like, hey, my name's like introducing myself, talk to them. Like, I have no problem with doing that. But when it comes to a guy approaching me, a lot of the times I have guys that come up to me and they're like, oh, hey, ma, how you doing? Or, hey, baby girl, let me get your number. Like, hey, just ma? Some, like, yes. Like, just the most, or, hey, shawty, what's up? Like, just the most generic stuff. And it's just like, it's a ick. It's disgusting. For me, it's like, if you're going to come up to me and, like, want to talk to me, be like, hey, come up to me, like, introduce yourself. My name is so-and-so. I was wondering if I could take a little bit of your time. But if you come to me on some off-the-wall stuff and, so just be, I don't know.
So you prefer in person or through the phone?
Either or. Like, I've had people introduce themselves to me, like, through text messages on Instagram and in person, but it doesn't really matter. It just depends on if you come correct, correct. If you don't come correct, don't talk to me at all.
So, when it comes to like a first date, where would you like a guy to give us an example of where he should kind of like take you?
For a first date, I would like something that's interactive. Something where we can talk. Like, I know a lot of people that go like to movies and stuff like that. I've been on a couple movie dates, but it's just like we can't really talk because we're watching a movie. I like to get to know somebody. Like, I don't necessarily mind sitting down and eating dinner, but I would like to do something active. Like, I want to see what type of person you're. Like, bring the kid out. Like, I like to see if you're a kid, because I'm a big kid. I'm very competitive. Like, let's go to the arcade or something. Let's go skating. Do something fun and interactive where we can constantly keep the conversation going. Constantly, like, play around. Have a good time.
So what stage, for the guys out there that may see you and want to shoot, what stage of your life are you in right now? Like, are you open to being in a relationship? Are you chilling? What's up?
Right now, I'm not really necessarily looking for anything. I'm kind of at that point in my life where I'm just, going with the flow of things. Like, if somebody comes up to me, wanted to get to know me, we can get to know each other. Like, we can get to know each other, but that's right now. I'm not looking for it. I'm really just focused on myself and focused on getting myself right.
What does that entail? Though? Like, what does that mean? I heard a lot of girls say that. Focus on myself. What do y'all work on?
So, me personally,
guys out there want to know.
I can't speak for everybody else, but me personally, like, when it comes to, Lord, make it personal. Every year since I've been here at UNT, I've either been in a relationship or I've been in a situationship, and it was very a lot of the situations that I've been in, it was either toxic or we just both weren't mature at the time to sit there and, you know, actually have a relationship. And it took us breaking up and just being friends to actually sit there like we actually were better off as friends. So me, like, right now, I'm working on myself, as in, like, I'm getting to learn new things about myself. Like, I'm getting to put myself in different situations, whether I'm learning a new task, picking up a new hobby, or just building my relationship with God, or networking with other people to get to know what it is that I like and what I want, just so when I am ready to sit there and meet somebody, I can make sure that I'm reassured in myself and I know who I am, I know what I want. And also, I feel like this is the time where I'm taking time to myself to actually figure out what it is that I want from my partner. Like, whatever it is I want from my partner, I need to make sure that I already have that. I'm already stable in those.
Well, you done named about 10 things. It already seems like you already know, girl.
Yes, okay, yes and no. But it's a learning process. Like, it's a learning process. Like, taking time to get to know yourself, know what you like, and being in, like, solidarity, you learn a lot about yourself, and that's, like, what I'm doing. I'm literally learning a lot of things about myself, and it's like a lot of times when I do find myself in relationships, I introduce them into things that I like, and it's like when I'm out of these relationships and I try to go back and do stuff on my own that I originally introduced them to, I can't go back and do it because it's just like, it's not the same. I don't get the same feeling. I don't get the same, like, laughter or find the same fun in it anymore.
Okay.
So
you just chilling, just working on you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So do you want to be married one day?
I do believe in marriage. I want to be married by 25. But, you know.
That's not funny. Y'all 25?
Yeah.
How do you expect to get that if you're just going with the quote unquote going with the flow?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's why I said I don't know. I want to be married by 25. At least enjoy my married life. I say married by 25 or 26.
Yeah, but how you gonna get that?
I have to sit. I don't know. I feel like I have to. Cause right now I'm 22. I have time. Like, but I have time, but I also know that I need to go ahead and start putting myself out there into the dating pool to get to know different people and experience different personalities and to figure out what it is, like what type of man I'm looking. I know what type of man I'm looking for, but you know, but.
So how are you when you first start messing with the guy? Are you like some girls that came on here? They have this big wall up, and you know that can easily chase away a guy. Or are you more just fair and you gon'? And if somebody shows you who they are, then that's when you believe them.
I've done both. I've done to where I've had a wall up to where I would sit there and just keep knocking the guy like I'm not interested, just to see how long they'll sit there and try to do it. Like, I've done both sides, and sometimes I also just done it to where like, okay, this guy seems interesting, like he's kept me in tune with the conversation, why not give him a chance? Like I've done both. But now, I mean, I personally tell them like it depends on what it is. Like, it depends on where I'm at. Like, for right now, I would sit there and be like, I'm not really looking for anything, but I mean, if you want to build a friendship, because like a friendship or just having some type of platonic relationship with me first could potentially grow into something else. I don't mind doing that, but it also depends on it also depends, because it's like I can talk to you to get to know you, but I can also talk to you to date you. And I feel like talking to get to know somebody, I'm strictly just learning about them. We're just simply hanging out, getting to know them. But if I'm talking to date you, like we both made it like known that we're talking to date each other. That means I'm talking to you, I'm getting to know you, we're constantly going out on dates. Then after we go on these dates and we come back to each other, have a conversation like, okay, are we ready to move to the next step? Are we ready to be what's the word I'm looking for? Exclusive, then, you know.
So are you one of the girls that want the guy to plan everything and pay for everything, or do you want to contribute into where you all go?
For the first date, if you're coming to me and you're asking me on a date, I expect you to pay for it. That's just that. I feel like if you come to me and you ask me, you know, at least for the first 3 dates. For the first 3 dates. Now, if it gets to a point where we're constantly hanging out, we both like each other vibe, I won't mind sitting there planning a date and taking, hey, you want to go on a date? Let's go plan something. I got something new work, so I want to hang out with you, you know, get to know you and like stuff like that. But like if somebody, like let's say we go out where we already did the 3 dates, because I usually wait till I have a plan. I have like a little thing where I go on 5 dates with a guy. After the 5th date, I'd actually sit there, like, I think to myself, like, I weigh the pros and cons of, like, what have I experienced so far. And then I base it off, okay, am I really interested in continue to talk to this person, or, like, it's a 5-date rule thing, but you know what I'm saying?
5-day rule thing.
5-day rule thing. That's what but it also, but look, listen, the whole I'm gonna explain the 5-day rule after.
Chat, y'all see what's going on, chat.
No, listen, I'm gonna explain the 5-day rule thing after I'm done answering this question. Well, personally, because I looked kind of forgot from
We was talking about, like, when it comes to a first date, do you want the guy to pay for everything, or are you gonna contribute?
So yeah, usually after the first 3 dates, or after the 5th date or whatever, I might sit there and be like, okay, I actually like this guy. I find him interesting. I want to continue to talk to him. So I might give him ideas like, oh, let's go do this. Like, I got it. I'll pick it up. Or like if they pay for the tab, I'll put the tip down. Or if I'm paying for the tab, you put the tip down. Stuff like that. But that just depends on like where we're at in the stage of dating. How that's going on.
So if you're going to, because I've been listening very intently to what you've been saying. So you said, okay, Jamal, it's gonna be platonic friendship first,
or it's just a platonic relationship.
Relationship first, right? Because I don't really want anything right now. So even if I am interested in a guy, I'm gonna still tell him that it should be that I want to be platonic.
If I'm interested in you, that's where I feel like I should have a conversation with you and be like, okay, what are your feelings at? These are my feelings.
But I'm saying, how is he supposed to know that he's not wasting his time? Because it's just a question, because from what you described, the type of guy that you want, very ambitious. That means he don't have a lot of time to waste because he got too much going on. So his time is precious to him. Headstrong. He knows what he wants. He knows what he doesn't want. So that type of guy, why would you think that he wants to just, if he's interested in you, why would you think he just wants to sit around and just be your friend? What is that doing for him?
That's why I said it just depends on, like what kind of relationship. Like, are we talking to just talk, or are we talking to dating? If we're talking to dating, then I'm trust me, I don't like my time being wasted either.
Hold on, gotta stop you though. Time out, because you said friends though. When a girl tells me,
if I am truly, like, I'm iffy about a guy, I'll sit there and like, okay, let's have a platonic relationship. Like, if I'm iffy, like if I'm like sitting here, like from half, like, yeah, he's cool, he's attractive, I find him attractive, I like him, but I don't really know, you know? like
what you don't know.
I haven't really spent enough time to like sit here and catch his vibe, or like, because a lot of times people sit there and like pretend to be like a certain way, like for maybe it depends, because a lot of people can sit there and fake a facade and fake this type of like the things that they're doing for 3+ months and so on and so on. But it's like, I have to really get to know you. Like, if I already have, like, for example, I'm not gonna use that.
I mean, you can use it.
No, it's okay. Like, it just depends.
Explain the 5-date rule, because I want chat guys out there to know. I want y'all to know what she just said. She said it's gonna be a platonic friendship.
Oh my God.
It's a 5-day rule. So you taking her out on 5 days, and she just your friend?
No.
That's how it translates to a guy's head. You know that, right? Like, guys are very black and white. There is no in between. There's no gray area. Either I mess with her for real or I don't.
Okay, oh Lord.
Especially the guy that you talking about.
Yeah, look hot.
No, I'm just, hey, look. All the girls I bring on to this show, I just want to help y'all understand the guy's point of view. So maybe one day y'all can lock down a guy. Cause the rate, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest.
Okay. Okay. Pertaining to the whole platonic thing, basically, I feel like I'm gonna contradict myself. Oh Lord have mercy.
Why you take out the glasses?
Give me a second. I think. You know.
And when I say lock down a guy, of course, all y'all can attract a guy with ease, but it's harder to. It's harder to keep him. You gotta keep him, and I'm just here, you know, speaking for the guys, or just letting y'all know how the guys think about that stuff. When you sit up here and tell me, oh, I just want to be friends, 2 things come to my mind. 1, she must not find me attractive. And 2, what incentive do I have in taking you out if we just friends?
This is like for somebody, what I mean by having like some type of like relationship, like let's say, like for example, me and you or whatever. Let's say you're interested in talking to me, and we already have that like friendship there, you know. So it's like I wouldn't sit there and ask you to, let's continue to be friends. I would sit there and like, okay, let's hang out more, let's do so. Like, we already have that friendship base. So it's like, okay, let's hang out more, let's actually get to know each other a little bit longer than what we've been doing. It's like we see each other, we say hey, like we've been in organizations together, we say hey. It's like I haven't really got to know you outside of these organizations or outside of these school settings. So let's sit there and say we start going out on a couple dates. Then I actually like you. I actually find you attractive. I actually want to get to know you a little bit more. You know, stuff like that. Then I would have a conversation with you where we would talk about, okay, this is what I want to do. Like, I actually like you. I genuinely like you. I want to, pursue something with you. You know. Then that's where we would, But and I've done certain things like that in situations where, I can own up to where a guy would sit there and ask me out. Like, we were already friends. He would sit there and ask me out. I would sit there and say yes, but I wouldn't be 100% sure. But that's just because it was nothing wrong with them. It literally all had to do with me. And it's just that I just might have not been ready to date somebody because of the situation that I've dealt with in the past, or because of me constantly dealing with other people in the past. I was not sure with myself yet to sit there and be like, look, I want this. This is what I want. Like, I would sit there and block my own blessings with guys just because I wouldn't be ready.
So when you find yourself in that predicament, because I know what guys do when we find ourselves in that predicament, but what do girls do? Is y'all pride too big to reach out to the guy, or do y'all just keep it pushing?
I mean, I try to be honest. I try to tell the guy, like, look, this is something that I'm not ready for, you know?
No, I know, but once you have that epiphany and you realize, God, man, like, this was a good guy I passed up on, what do you do at that point?
Well, are you talking like after I've already had the conversation with him where I told him I'm not ready for it
After you told him that, hey, I just want to just be friends because I'm not ready for it, whatever the case may be. That's what within your right, of course. But once you have that epiphany later on down the line, because 9 times out of 10, the guy you talking about, he just gonna distance himself.
Yeah.
And he gonna give you your time to do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with that being said, when do you come back? Like, do you come back, or do you just let him?
I mean, I don't. I don't. It depends. It really depends. I do and I don't. It depends, because it's like we've already had this like falling out. Like, we don't talk as much. Even though we had a friendship, we don't really talk as much. It's like not really much going on there. So it's like I don't really sit there. I just do continue to just.
So your pride.
It wouldn't even be a pride thing. It's just that I would be unsure about the situation. Like, yeah, I could reach out. For me, I don't like being rejected.
But
I don't like rejection.
But no.
No, like I wouldn't reach out.
But he's a good dude, and you realize he's a good dude.
I do, but I just wouldn't reach out. Like,
and you know how rare it is to get a good dude.
Yeah.
Y'all say. So you just got. But Chad, bro, like, do y'all
listen,
see?
I wouldn't reach out. But I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Like, I don't know. I just wouldn't do it. Cause I wouldn't even know how to approach the situation.
You said you like to be honest, right?
Yes, but
speak from the heart. Well, speak from the mind and the heart. Yeah, speak from the mind and the heart. Actually, just be real.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Anyway, man, we gonna keep it pushing, man. Hey, you do. You be safe on that.
5-day rule, or you wanna?
Yeah, actually explain that 5-day rule, because the guys out there, they definitely gonna wanna know what that is.
Lord. Okay, so
talking about friends and 5 dates.
The 5-day rule, like for me, I started to do the 5-date rule because it's like sometimes I would go on a date with that guy, but they would expect me to give them something right away, and it's like I'm not finna do like the 5-date rule protects me, and it weaves out the people that are just here to play in my face. Like, that's the reason. Like, the 5-date rule is where I actually have people that are actually really interested, not only just because of my looks or my body, but they actually want to get to know me intellectually. This is why I have the 5-date rule is basically just to protect me, and to protect my peace. I'm big on peace. But and it weaves out like guys that just want to sit there and play in my face, or just use me as a trophy.
Okay.
So 5-date rule is where, let's say we go on one date this day, we get to mingle a little bit. Say we do a different activity on the next day. Keeps going, we get to know each other, constantly like talk, exchange number, like not exchange number, Cardi did that, but talk more, hang out more in person, get to see each other like on a not day to day, but like let's frequently see each other very frequently. And then on the 5th day, okay, I'm like, I actually do enjoy, like, Because at the end of the day, if I'm going out on 5 dates with you, you're not the only person I'm going out on dates with. There's other people I'm going out on dates with to get to know them too and to experience them. So the 5th date is where I'm like, okay, I actually genuinely like this guy. I want to talk to you for real. Like, this is something that I see I can go away and we can, potentially be in a relationship. So it's just to protect me and to weed out people that are unserious and playing in my face.
So I ain't gonna lie, a lot of guys out there want to know, what is the vibe? What is the connection? Like, what do y'all mean when y'all say I just want a vibe or something like that? Like, the vibe has to be right. Like, what does that mean?
The vibe.
Yeah, a lot of girls say the vibe. Like, I just want a vibe, and if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere.
I feel like if a girl is saying she want a vibe with you, she not serious. Because if I sit there and say I just want to catch a vibe, I'm looking at you as like my friend or like just some dude that I might want to just hit it and quit it.
Okay. I'm just glad you said that, because like a lot of guys out there, they be asking, they be like, bro, Ma, what does she mean? I'm like,
look,
man.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Or sometimes they might sit there and have somebody else from like their ex on the side still, and they doing with their ex or whatever. But they might sit there and meet this another guy. Oh, I just want to catch a vibe with you. She's literally just getting to know you. So let's say her ex do something and she don't like, she'll come to you and be like, oh, I want to be in a relationship with you, just to make her ex mad. I'm not saying I've done this personally, but I'm saying I've seen it.
So so do you think chivalry is dead? Do you think it's gone? You can be honest.
I don't know, man.
just be honest. Like, do you think people do chivalry anymore? Like, guys are chivalrous anymore? And if you don't, why not?
I don't know. I'm thinking. I don't know. It depends. Like,
on what? Like, just in general. Like, you see our generation. Do you think it's just going? Like,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, okay, dealing with our generation, I mean, you have good people like out there that actually like, because for me, I want to date to marry. I'm not gonna sit here and waste 3 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months of my time or a year. Because at the end of the day, like, women, as we age, we lose a lot.
Yeah.
When men age, they gain a lot.
I'm glad you know that.
Women, like, our looks are not gonna always be there. Like, our looks are not gonna always, our body's not gonna always look the same. Like. Yeah. I'm not finna sit here. Like, for example, I don't see if we're talking for 6 months, you have not asked me to not 6 months, 3 months, or you have even a month. You have not talked. We have not talked about anything like pertaining to a serious relationship.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Like, if we haven't talked about anything pertaining to a serious relationship or being exclusive with each other, I'm gonna cut you off, because it's just like I don't like my time being wasted, and I don't like people playing in my face. And some people will sit there and be like, oh, I like you, like, but I'm not ready to be like, you'll waste my time for almost a month to 3 months. Sit there and say I like what we're doing, I'll enjoy your time, but then you're gonna sit here and tell me that you don't want to be in a relationship, but you expect me to give you relationship things. I'm not gonna do that. You're gonna get cut off. My time, you're not gonna waste my time.
So you think it's going because of like why? Like, why do you think
I think it's gone because a lot of the things that for one, the stuff we see on social media, everybody want to be a baby mom, everybody want to be ratchet, everybody it's just too much. Like, and then guys are like, female, like, it's a guy. Okay, Lord have mercy. Like,
keep on hunting now.
For one, a lot of like, nobody's really dating for like love. I feel like everybody's just dating to use somebody, like, just to take from them. Like, nobody's willing to sit there and actually, like, for one, it takes a lot to be in a relationship. It takes a lot to commit. It takes a lot to be in love, but it also takes a lot to continue to love somebody. So it's just like a lot of things is going on in this generation. People are just looking for a situation. Like, nobody wants to put a title on anything. You either want to just have sex consistently, but you still want to talk to other people and mess around with other people. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. You're not. We're not gonna do that. Or you want to sit here, like, girls expect a guy in college to sit there and take him out on this expensive date, or take him out to, like, you spend all this extra money. This man is in college. You were in college. I know some people got it like that. Trust me. I know some people got it like that.
AJ came on here and said $500 ain't nothing on the first date. So,
well, we not finna speak on AJ. We not finna speak on AJ.
Hey, I don't condone that.
But like, it just depends. Like, I feel like a lot of people are just like, it's the culture. Like, this the music. It's what we see on TVs. It's the shows that people watch. Like, it's just like, people are fantasize about being in toxic relationships.
So
literally,
they fantasize about being in toxic relationships.
Like, I don't want to say fantasize. Like, I feel like I'm using the wrong terminology.
No, I see what you're saying. But you saying it's chivalry is going because of the culture, basically, and social, and what people
like
say
nobody
on social
wants
media.
to. Nobody is. I mean, I'm not gonna say everybody because, there's still people out there that are looking for serious relationships. Still people out there that are actually wanting to date seriously. But it's like it's just the cult. Like nobody wants to. For one, nobody wants to be vulnerable. Like you might have your feelings hurt, your heart broken in one relationship, but at the end of the day, instead of shutting off completely, you need to continue to keep, like, no matter how many times you get hurt, how many times your heart get broken, it sucks. I ain't gonna lie.
But didn't you say earlier?
Look, oh Lord.
I'm asking a question.
Okay, go ahead,
but didn't you say? You know I listen, bro.
I'm gonna contradict myself.
No. But didn't you say earlier? You said people don't want to be vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
But didn't you say earlier that if you pass up a good guy, you're not gonna reach out because you're scared?
No, oh Lord.
Uh-oh.
Okay. It depends on the situation. Like, it depends on how we like the falling out. Like, it depends on the falling out. It really do. It depends on how like I've had a situation to where I told a guy like I'm not ready for something like this, and they literally got mad and did not respond to my message, didn't acknowledge what I said. Like, I told them that like I don't want to sit there, like I'm in a part of my time where I don't like being lonely, I don't like being by myself. So it's like if I sit there and get myself into a relationship with you, I don't want to sit there and put myself in a situation where I'm looking for you for happiness and looking for you to fulfill my happiness. Like, I generally don't like being alone. That's a problem that I struggle with. I don't like being alone. I don't like being by myself. I don't like sitting in solidarity.
Yeah, nobody wants
That's
to be
why
alone.
I told you, like, in the beginning, like, I'm focusing on learning by myself. Mm-hmm. But I told a guy that, and he did not respond to me. He did not say anything to me. He just stopped talking to me. And it was just like, okay, like, you didn't even try to acknowledge where I was coming from. You just said, okay. Like, they said, okay.
What would you want him to say?
It would have been like just understanding where I'm coming from. Like, yeah, I understand that they're hurt too, because they're like, damn, like, they probably feel like they might have wasted their time, or they might have feel like they genuinely wanted something, like they see something, they want something from me, but it's just like I'm just not ready. I'm not 100% there myself to sit there and give you my 100%. So it's just like having, like, if you sat there and acknowledge my feelings and like just be my friend, like we could just be friends. We don't have to sit there and like, you don't have to hang out with me as often as we did, but like, be confident. Like, just like, I understand, like, you like, oh Lord have mercy, I don't even know, but just like, it's just like, it really depends. It really just depends on how things ended. Whether it would determine if I'm gonna sit there and reach back out. It really just depends on how things ended. Like, if it ended on bad terms, I'm not gonna. No.
So how should a guy know when a girl likes him or is interested in him? Because it's a lot of girls out there, like, they try to play like Miss Hard to Get. They try to be all Miss Too Cool for School, Miss Nonchalant at first, and then the guy just kind of like, oh well, that's how you want to be. Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? So like, how should he know, Miss Heavan? We getting down to nitty gritty today.
That was a mouthful. Like, for me personally, I'm tired of talking about myself. Shit. I'm not even gonna say me personally.
They want to know.
But dang, can you repeat that real quick?
Okay, so with a lot of the culture nowadays, and with just what we've seen and what I've noticed, right? When in the beginning, when you're trying to even if you're interested in a girl serious, she may come across as nonchalant, Miss Too Cool for School. She got this big wall up, and from that point on, it's like she's not. You can't tell that she's interested in you because she's not saying it, and she's hiding her emotions. So that means she's not emotionally invested into it. Okay. Yeah, and so how should a guy go about? How should he know if a girl is really interested in him in the beginning phases, so he won't waste his time? And that's from a woman's point of view. We want to know.
Okay, I'm finna just give you, like, I'm gonna share some of my own personal testimony, my own personal experience.
Go ahead.
A lot of people that come up to me, like, I might be their friend, or like they're interested in talking to me. I've had many times where people tell me that I'm a very hard person to read, or that it's very difficult for them to sit there, for them to know that if I'm interested or not. Like, I've had plenty of people come up to me and tell me that, and it's honestly, for me, it's not a facade. Like, I don't intentionally do it. Like, I don't. Like,
you know what is it though? Like, why do you do that? Why do you think some girls out there do that? You know,
well, me personally, I don't intentionally do it. Like it wasn't like something like I'm trying to be hard body. I'm not trying, because I'm a big baby. I'm a crybaby.
Y'all be the biggest big babies, yeah.
But I don't sit like, I'm not gonna like, if you come up to me and ask me like, hey, like Heavan, like I actually like you, like can we have a conversation? Like, do you have the same feelings for me? I'll sit there and like I'll either tell you yes or I'll tell you no. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I'm not gonna drag stuff out, because I don't like my time be wasted, and I'm not gonna waste somebody else's time. But like, I've had people tell me that it's very hard to for them to read me, but as they get to know me and hang out around me more, they actually find it very easily to read me. Like, it's very easy to sit there and pick up on certain cues and stuff like that. It just depends on, for me personally, it just depends on how well I know you. Like, obviously, like when people first introduce themselves to me, I'm not gonna sit there and be, oh, hi, my name is Heavan, I like you, you know.
Right.
It just depends on the dynamic of everything. I'm not gonna sit here like, oh, my heart was broken back in this time, I can't trust nobody. Like, I'm not gonna spill my heart out to you right away, you know. But as you get to know me and you get time, like spend time with me, you be like, oh, she's actually really easy. She's complicated, but she's very easy to read. Like, you can pick up on certain cues. Now, pertaining to other people, like other female, like I'm not gonna say females, I don't like calling females.
Oh, okay.
Pertaining to women and girls, I'll say that. Pertaining to women and girls, a lot of time it can be a facade. Like, they might have dealt with like past situations to where they were vulnerable and they got played, they got used, like the guy played in their face. The guy might have used them and, you know, hurt them, like really hurt them. So I understand, like, somebody might not want to wear their heart on their sleeve and be upfront with you right away, or be like, oh, I'm interested in you. It takes time. Like it takes time to break down those type of walls and actually for her to build trust in somebody, especially if her trust is already broken from past situations. So yeah, it depends on the girl, because everybody's different. Everybody, at the end of the day, everybody got a story to tell. Everybody been through some stuff. But it depends on who the girl is, and if she's just there, and if it just depends. It depends on the situation, the girl, and the circumstances, and the guy she's talking to, because you never know.
So what's more important to you, having a successful career or having a successful marriage? We want to know. We want to know. Audience, chat, guys out there want to know.
Right now, I would say my career is more important.
You said you're trying to get married by 25, right?
Yes. Okay. Look. Look. I have a plan. I want to be married by 25. Married by 25, 26. Okay. That's the plan. But the way that I'm going, I realize that my plan is not realistic. It's not realistic. The way I'm at right now, my plan is not. I want to be married. Like, that was coming into college and growing into the woman that I'm slowly becoming and still learning more about myself. That, like, before, that's always been my plan. I was telling my mom, I'm gonna get married by 26. I'm gonna enjoy my marriage. I'm not gonna have kids till 30. You know. But at the rate that I'm going and where I want to be, I pick my career first. I'm going to always put my career first, especially if I'm single and I'm not messing around. My career's going to come first. At the end of the day, yeah, my career's going to come first. Because at the end of the day, like, later on, like, yeah, let's say I put my career first and I have not met this guy that is the one, or like the one. I'm going to say that. So, dang, I lost my train of thought. But I'm picking my career because at the end of the day, let's say I have not met this guy or this man that I feel like is good enough to be my husband. I still have a career to fall on. I have things that I can invest my time into. And let's say maybe down the road, like maybe when I'm 27, 28, I do find this guy that he meets all the criteria, and I'm all the criteria for him. You know, that's when we can start looking towards the bigger picture, you know, marriage and kids and stuff like that. But also, if I pick my career first and I sit there and have all these things, let's say I have, let's just say I'm a very wealthy and successful woman. Let's say I have all these different things going on for myself. I would expect my partner, I wouldn't want to date somebody or be interested in somebody lower than me, like in a I'm gonna say class, just because like that's the best way that I can explain it, or in the same tax bracket. I want somebody that's either in the same tax bracket as me or higher, maybe 1 or 2 portions higher.
So put a number. Put a number out there for the guys, you know. Put a number out there. How much does your dream man, Mr. Right, Mr. How much does he have to?
I'm not gonna.
No. We need to know.
No.
This is valuable information here.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like we want to know. The guys, I probably want to know. I probably
like no, like okay, like what I'm saying. Basically, what I'm saying. If I'm bringing all this to the table, my man, my husband, he needs to either be bringing. He needs to be bringing either the same amount or twice as much as I am. Just because I'm not going to put a number on it.
No, put a number on it. No, please.
I can't put a number on it because I can't.
Yes, you can. I believe in you. Come on.
No.
6 figures?
Like,
7?
6 figures, I mean, I feel like that's realistic. It can be realistic depending on.
How much you think the average man make in the United States?
Girl, I don't know, child.
Just take a guess.
If
you said 6 figures is realistic, so just take a guess.
It can be realistic depending on the profession. Because I've dated a guy. He's a computer tech. He's a computer tech. Like he does something with software. He's like he's good at what he does, and he has 5 different cars, 3 different properties.
Yeah, why you get that up? Huh? Why you get that up? You know what I mean? Go out there and want that?
Like it's like
why you get 5 different cars?
Like I've dated somebody that was very well put off. Like he graduated from UNT and everything. But he was a computer whiz, and he was very invested. He has property investments. He has all these cars. He has all these different houses. He's even working on a house currently. You know.
Man.
He was well off. Like he's very well set. But and for me personally, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I did not match that man with the criteria. I did not match what he was bringing to the table, because at the end of the day, I'm in college. I haven't graduated. I'm not in my career like he is.
But clearly he doesn't.
He didn't care. Yeah, it didn't bother him.
Men don't care.
It didn't bother him. But like for me, what I'm saying is like if I'm gonna sit here, like let's say I'm done, like I graduated college. I've been in my career for about 5+ years. I already have like my own house. Let's say I have 2 properties. Let's say I have a firm or something like that, right? I'm gonna want a man that also has his own businesses. Like I want a man. I'm not gonna sit here like and date somebody that's.
So 6 figures minimum.
No, I'm not saying.
That is though.
Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm just. Whatever I'm bringing to the table.
You say you want to be an entrepreneur. You said you want to be an entrepreneur.
Like I'm just like whatever I'm bringing to the table, I need my man to either be bringing the same amount that I'm bringing or bring as twice as much, because, you know.
Okay, what do you bring to the table to where that man should want to be with you? Because
for one, I feel like whatever a man brings, for one, a man is supposed to provide. A man is a provider.
No, I'm asking you. We know what the man.
Okay, but the man is a provider. Okay, so whatever he brings to me, I'm supposed to change that and transform that. Let's say if a man, for example, I'm gonna just use an easy example. If a man buy groceries, right? It's just an example. It's easy. I can explain it easily. Let's say he buy groceries. He bring it home. Me as his wife, I'm finna cook that. Make sure he has a meal and everything. I take care of the kids. Like let's say, oh Lord have mercy. Oh Lord have mercy. But like,
I'm just here to get the good.
Like okay, like look, like. It depends on the circumstances, but whatever my man brings to me, like for example, he brings it home, he buys a house, I make it a home, right?
Okay, yeah.
I make it a home. Yeah. You got kids, you got home dinner, you got all this extra stuff. Wherever you're lacking at, I should be able to pick it up. You know, and wherever I'm lacking at, you should be able to pick it up. And for me personally, I always like every time somebody tell me this. When I have kids and I'm ready to have put a couple in the oven and get them baking, I'm not working.
You want to be a housewife?
I expect I'm not working. I'm not gonna work. My pregnancy is supposed to be something where I'm supposed to enjoy it. I'm supposed to, and bask in motherhood. Be one with the womb.
So 6 figures. 6 figures. Y'all 6 figures, bro. That's what it gotta be. Yeah. I'm gonna say it for you.
You kind of make it seem like I'm just,
No, I'm gonna be honest. It's a lot of girls out there that want their man to make 6 figures minimum. Cause you gotta understand, girls making their own money now. It ain't like the old days when a guy could work on a train track and still get a decent woman. You know, it ain't like that no more.
I get that, but I'm just saying, whatever I'm bringing to the table, my man should be able to either bring the same amount or duplicate it. That's just that.
Okay. Is that it?
I'm not finna talk no more about this.
What? I was asking. Is that it? Like, is that what you think?
I'm
you
just
should
saying,
bring?
like, whatever, man. Like, whatever.
Like, I'm tired. All I've been doing is answer questions.
Like, this is like from speaking from me. Like, things could change. My mindset can change. You know, things might change. But like, what I'm saying is. It's like whatever I'm bringing to the table, I need my man to have his own thing too, and also be able to contribute something and bring something to the table. Okay. Whether it's equal, or you're bringing twice as much, or maybe one time.
Okay.
The amount, okay. Just something.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be struggling and living. I'm not gonna be struggling.
Okay.
I'm not. My kid's not gonna be struggling. I'm not gonna be struggling. My husband not gonna be struggling. I want to live comfortably. I don't have to live lavishly, but I want to live comfortably, where I don't have to worry about working 2 to 3 jobs to support my family, where my husband has to work 2 to 3 jobs. Like no.
Okay. Well,
we need to be successful before we have kids. I'm not bringing no child into this world. I'm not bringing no child into this world if we cannot financially support them.
Okay.
And on top of that. I'm not marrying somebody that has debt. Like for example, like when a lot of kids get married in college. Like you have all these student loans, all this debt. When you become joint, his debt becomes your debt. And like I said, I don't want to like I'm telling you, I'm not marrying a man that got debt. Like you need to take care of that. I want to be debt free. I don't want no college loans, no student loans, no. Anything that your credit needs to be fixed. I'm sorry, but your credit needs to be right. Because especially if we're getting married, let's say we live in an apartment. Okay, we want a house. We want to start a family. How are we gonna do that if your credit ass? How are we gonna do that if you in debt and you have not paid a penny towards it?
Okay.
So yeah.
So we talked about chivalry. We talked about what you would bring to the table as as a woman.
I didn't answer too much. I kind of avoided that question, but it's okay.
I mean, I'll let you pass it. You answered a little bit. My last and final serious question would be, do you think the concept of romance exists anymore? Like just the romantic activities, romantic things, do you think that exists anymore? Or do you think
personally, yeah, I do. I believe in love, you know.
I mean, yeah,
I believe in romance. I think when two people find I think it can happen. It can be there. It can happen. Yeah, I believe it can happen. Okay. I believe in it because it just depends on the person, the people that's involved.
Okay. Well, I think I didn't challenge your viewpoints for long enough.
Yeah. I gotta crucify myself.
No. I'm just trying to give you the different perspective. Trying to give you different perspective. But so I'm gonna leave the serious questions alone. I'm gonna go to more easier, fun questions.
Okay.
So, guys out there want to know, man, what's the most simplest thing a guy's ever bought you or did for you? And be honest, I've had girls say a guy spent $7,000 on them just to have them talk to him. So, like, I mean, what you?
I wouldn't be spending $7,000. I wouldn't be spending those $7,000 to talk to nobody. I'm sorry, baby. You got your head in the clouds up and somebody ass. I ain't doing it. But if I'm being honest. A lot of people that I've dated or talked to, they weren't really the romantic type. Like they didn't do simple gifts. Like let's say somebody sees something, they automatically think of me. I never got that until because I've been through so many different toxic relationships, toxic situations, and when I actually got into something that was a little bit more serious, he was doing basic simple stuff that I was like, oh my God, he's because I've never experienced, I was holding him up, praising him basically because he was doing the most simplest basic things that should already be done. Define
basic.
let's say like he might have been like, I can't even sit there and say it without putting the person out there.
Okay. Well, you said you spoke on toxic relationships. Mm-hmm. What makes a relationship toxic to you? I ain't gonna ask you to talk about your most toxic relationship. I mean, just what makes a relationship toxic to you?
Oh, Lord mercy.
We
what makes a toxic relationship? I feel like I don't even know, because there's been so many. There's been so many.
Just get one. We just need one.
It can be a numerous amount of things. Like, let me see. Take a trip down memory lane. Like, it could be a numerous amount of things. Like, for one, I feel like a lot of people don't understand, like, they don't know how to argue healthily, like, have a healthy argument. And what I mean by healthy argument is, like, you're not belittling the person, you're not cussing them out, calling them out their name, you're not throwing their flaws in their face. And so I would say that. When it comes to communicating, like, communication is cool, but okay, are you understanding? Are you comprehending what it is that I'm saying? Like, are you comprehending, understanding where I'm coming from? Like, are you able to sit there and put your own pride aside and put your own views aside to sit there and see my side and see my view of things? A lot of times I've been in situations to where I've been called out my name multiple times. I've been belittled. I've been situations that we've had conversations about. It's been thrown back up in my face. Like, they would sit there and make it seem like I'm the person in the wrong. I'm the bad person, and it's like they were doing things to manipulate me. Like, manipulate my state of mind and make it seem like I like make me feel guilty about the things that I'm doing. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And they're just a narcissist and they're a manipulator. And a lot of times, and also a lot of times, sometimes, like, a lot of times it can be like people's, they're coming up at home. Like, I know a lot of times, like, for my last relationship that I was in, a lot of the things that I found that we were both toxic. We were both unhealthy for each other. And it took us to stop dating to sit there and realize, like, our own problems and where our casualties within our relationship. And I found, like, a lot of the things that I was doing to him, I watched my mom do, or I watched my father do to my mom, or like my mom do to my dad. So it's like I'm not justifying, like, my actions based off my home life, but I'm just saying, like, when you're constantly prone to something like that, you don't really realize you're doing it until after the fact or after the relationship is done. And a lot of times, that's where I find, like, my mistakes with that relationship is where I was doing things that I saw my parents do that were unhealthy because I watched it happen. I watched it unfold in my eyes, and I was bringing that onto my own relationship, and I didn't realize it until after the fact.
Oh, man. It's a lot, man.
Yeah. Sometimes you won't even realize, like, what it is that you're doing, or, like, something that might have been traumatic that happened in your childhood might be affecting your relationship. You won't even realize it until after the fact. Like, maybe it's over. Like, but sometimes some people are just not good people. I'm gonna say that too. Sometimes some people are genuinely just not good people, and sometimes they might sit there and inflict their own insecurities and their own problems on you to make you feel like you're the problem when they're just self-projecting.
Man, I don't know. I had a conversation with a young lady, like, in my comments, and she was basically saying that when it comes to, that wall and that trauma that a woman may have experienced in the past, and she's bringing it to the relationship, because I guess people don't heal before they come into a relationship no more.
That's the problem.
So
that's the problem.
She was like, oh, God.
Why would you get into something, like, I understand, like, the person might seem like, oh, they're this, that, and the third, but it's like, why would you get into something knowing that you're not 100% healed, or knowing that you're not 100% ready? And
that's what I told her. I said, no guy is obligated to endure your past trauma. Like, why would you want to have him do that in the first place?
And then on top, it's the same thing vice versa too.
Yeah.
But it's just like, why? For me personally, I'm not gonna sit here and put myself in a relationship where I know I'm not 100%. I'm not 100. If I'm not 100% myself, 100% where I can just say, okay, this is what I want. I'm not gonna sit here and go into a relationship and I know I'm not right in the head, technically, but
So, what is the first thing you notice, like, about a guy that makes him attractive? Like,
his teeth.
His teeth. Okay.
I like people. I like good teeth. I like like.
Actually, give me three things.
Okay. Well, for one, I look at hygiene. hygiene. Cause baby, if I look at your nails got dirt in between them.
Mama always said a woman notices your nails.
It's hygiene. Like I look at how you take care of yourself. So that's one thing. I look at hygiene. I look at your teeth. Look at your nails. Look at how your hair is kept. Like look at how you present yourself to the world. If you got your pants sagging, I ain't talking to you. I am not talking to you.
Like the hood guy, you know what I'm saying? Hood wannabe. I'm calling hood wannabe.
Okay, look. When I was young, when I was young.
Let's talk about it.
When I was young, when I was young, I used to. For one, when I was young, I didn't even know what my type was. I didn't know what it was that I wanted. So yeah, I was dating, wannabes. I'll say that. I'm gonna say wannabe thugs.
Yeah, that's what they are.
But that was kid stuff. Like that's kid stuff. But now, like, I'm for one, appearance to me is very big because it's like if you can't look presentable, how am I supposed to bring you home to my parents and sit there and sell you as this amazing guy that I think you are? Like, how am I supposed to do that? Like, I look at where your tattoos at, where are they visible? I look at like if you got tattoos in your neck and in your face, I'm already gonna tell you right now. If I take you home to my parents or my grandmother, they gonna sit there and be like, yeah. They're gonna sit there and play it cool in your face. As soon as you go, they're gonna be like, Heavan, what is this that you just had walked up in my house? and I'm gonna be like, I've been in a situation like that. Like I've had a guy that I dated. I never really wanted to talk to him because of his physical appearance. Like he was from the streets. Like he looked like he had tattoos on his neck, tattoos in his face, tattoos on his arms, all the way down in his hands, tattoos on his like he was covered in tattoos. Yeah. And I did not want to give this guy a chance. I was like, no, because I cannot bring this person home to my parents and they sit there and get on me and talk about you in front of your face and it might slip up. And the only reason why I gave him a chance because my friend literally said, like, Heavan, like, this is a good guy. Like, the exterior might look like X, Y, and Z, but, he's actually a good guy. He's actually, and I gave him a chance. It was cool for a while, but some things happen and, but it's just like I look at like I can't if I feel like I can't if you don't look presentable, like if you got your pants sagging, if you got like I don't find that attractive. For one, why are you showing your butt? Like is it up for sale?
Wow.
Let's be honest.
Wow.
Like, what's the point of you sagging? And me on top of that, like, I also look at people's social medias. Like, if a guy hits me up on Instagram and I see that he toting guns, shoot him up, bang, bang.
So you pay attention to a man's social media?
Yeah, like, if I see you smoking weed or you got dope
bang,
on
bang. Tote, bang, bang.
Like, if I see you toting guns, if I see you, like, guys, like, smoking weed or throwing up guns, middle finger gang signs, I am not gonna talk to you. Like the way you present yourself to the people, I'm sorry. That I'm not interested. That is not attractive and it's not cute. Go play with somebody else because you're not gonna play with me. But it's just not attractive. And it's just like, why would you want people to view you like that? And then on top of that, if I'm coming, you see me and I'm just well put together girl, why would you sit there and even want to come to me looking the way you look? Okay. And on top of that, I don't like people that sit there, like, when they talk to you, they talk in slang. Like, okay. I hate that. Like, that is so, like, that just irks my soul. Like, that gets on my nerves. Like, you can't form a complete sentence. You can't speak. I don't, like, you just.
So, like, when like, a guy be like, for sure or something, like.
I mean, okay, that's okay. That like everybody uses them. I'm like talking about like none of their words are actual words. Like they talk like they talk. No, I'm just saying like this is a people that come up to me in public. Like they talk like they text.
Oh, okay. And
it's like, what are you like? You can't form a complete sentence. You can't use full words. You talking in slang. You talk how you text. That's unattractive. No, honey, you need to go back to grammar school.
So who is your growing up and now who is your celebrity crush? If you have one.
J. Cole.
Why you like J. Cole? He's cool.
I like well, it used to be Chris Brown, but yeah. I love me some J. Cole.
I go like Chris Brown.
I love me some J. Cole. J. Cole is my man. Still my man. My man.
So he should just.
I like his
cool.
like his music. Like he seems like he's a very like. I feel like if I was ever introduced to him like in person, he seems like he's a very cool, down to earth person.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't he doesn't let his fame like make him. He makes like his like he doesn't let the fame make him. I feel like he could be and especially like what he raps about. I really like his music.
Okay.
Like he raps about real.
Yeah.
Things. Like you can if you really listen to the lyrics, you can actually sit there and be like, dang, like this is some real stuff he's talking about, you know?
Yeah.
So
I know he my favorite. Like
that's my man.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man.
Okay, so them basically all the questions I got. I'm gonna turn it over to you. You know what I'm saying? If you got any questions for me, you can ask me anything. I'm open book. It's usually the longest part of the show because everybody always got a lot of questions. So some people come for advice, some people come for just genuine questions. So turn over to you, man. Shoot away.
Okay, let me see. Let me think. I wish I had a notebook. I had a notepad. I should have written down, but okay, let me see. I'm asking this. What would you say your type is?
My type? I prefer black women. Like I can only date a black girl. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? I love black women. Like what you want to know? Just physical or like?
Yeah, you can. We can do physical, and we can do like mental, like you know, like just a personality. Like what kind of personality would you want?
Okay, physical, black. You know, black woman, man. Gotta let a black woman.
Talking to my black queen.
You feel me?
Let me
let's see. I don't want to say this. Like I don't want to say this, bro. I'm not gonna say it.
What was that he was saying? He was like, let him know.
Okay. We can't look like. Okay, I'm tall and lanky, right? So I look like the number 1 standing up. You know what I'm saying? So we can't look like the number 10 standing together. You know what I'm saying?
Where she's like, are you saying like where she's like? It's like short, like.
No, the number 10, like just, like kind of.
So you
bigger spectrum of the of the scale.
So you don't want a. I'm not gonna say chunky, but you don't want I'm gonna say a well-rounded woman.
Yeah, nah.
What's wrong with them though?
Nothing's wrong with them. You know, it's just not my preference.
Okay, but let's say, because. I personally dated people that did not fit my preference. I've dated short guys. I've dated tall guys. I've dated in the middle guys. I've dated guys that weren't that attractive. Dated guys that are really attractive. But like, let's say you don't, let's say you do find a girl, she may be a little bit on the heavier set side. Would you solely based off her appearance, like let's say you get to know her, like you get to know her ins and outs. Get to that. Would you still base your her attractiveness off of just her physical features, or would you sit there and wait in like her intellectual, her like?
Well, her attraction is what makes me want to approach her in the first place. Initially. So if she just not, saying my type, I probably wouldn't be in that predicament anyway, because I'm not going to shoot at you to begin with. So, I mean, guys, we're visual.
I get it.
It's different,
I get it.
And it can't be. I'm sorry, no disrespect to all the lovely ladies out there, but you can't be shaped like, what I'm saying, I don't want to say it, bro. But Heavan encouraged me to say it, so I'm gonna say it. Yeah, you said it. You said let them know. You said be honest. Let them know.
Okay.
They're gonna blame you.
No.
They're gonna blame you.
Look, all women out there, any shape, size, color, form, you are all beautiful.
Yeah.
We love you guys. I love you.
Let me put it like this, okay? You just gotta work out. Okay, I'm
so
sorry.
you want somebody with an athletic
type of
body,
athletic type of build, yeah.
Okay.
Because I hoop, I work, I do stuff.
I have a question.
What's up?
So.
And I'll answer the last question.
Like, what is home? Like, I've had somebody said that I have a home. What is a home body or a home built body? What is that? Like, I
ain't never heard of that before.
I don't remember the exact how they exactly said it, but that's the best way I can explain it. Like, okay, actually, no, I'm scratch that. Ignore that.
I'll try to answer that.
Okay, let's say they're not athletic, but they still have like You know, a nice little something down, like nice little, you know.
Yeah.
Something.
Nah,
like,
we good. It's just, I know.
You don't want somebody that just has extra weight.
It's not that. It's just I know when too much is just too much for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But as long as you know what I'm saying, you cool, you skinny, slim, whatever. We good. You know what I'm saying? We good. Emotion, like other than physicality.
Yeah, because we got
feminine, humble, consistent.
Okay.
Not emotionally manipulative. Moves with intent.
Okay.
Unselfish.
Very nice.
Doesn't let pride get in the way.
Okay.
Let's see. Affectionate.
What are your love languages?
My love languages? Like, how do I show it, or how do I like it being shown?
How do you like it?
Well, I'm not really like a touchy person, or whatever the case may be. So my girl kind of I prefer her to be, the physical, touchy person, because I'm just not.
So you like
to balance me out.
So yeah, you like showing physical affection to your partner, but you don't like your partner.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna like cut it. So I would like my girl to be like,
okay.
And I'll say quality time.
Okay,
because I'm big on quality time, man. Like, if I don't see you, I ain't gonna lie.
Would it have to be like a everyday thing, like consistently?
No. It's just let's see, it's like 7 days in a week. Let's do like maybe 3. Like
okay.
3 days.
Okay.
Maybe 3. You know what I'm saying? Because I still got a lot. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot. Yeah.
Because I was like, some people, they be want to be around you 24/7.
Nah.
You ain't got nothing going for yourself.
You know me. I got a lot going on. I can't even do that if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'll say that. That's really about it. I mean, I could go in depth about them all, but that's really like the foundation.
Okay.
Oh, loyal.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not a whore. Thank you. Gotta do that one too. Not a whore. Yeah. Can't do that.
What is a whore?
What's a whore?
You stop and said.
Because I have to put that out there. You know, I have to
what
put that out there.
What is a whore? Give me what is the definition of a whore to you?
Look, man.
Because I got some stuff to say if you go.
No. Okay, look. If you out here. I'm just going how would I say this?
I have a question.
How would I say it?
In the last podcast you did, was that with, the one that I saw, was it with Bryce?
I've
had
had
talking
3.
about a 304?
Yeah, it was a Bryce. I had 3 since Bryce, but yeah, that was Bryce. Yeah, with the 304. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and explain your definition. I know y'all was talking about something like a 304 woman.
Yeah.
But go ahead and explain your definition of a whore. What is a whore?
Well, let me put it like this, okay? If I see you out and about, and you kind of
out and about how?
Well, you know this, but everybody out there don't know this. Like, I'm a party promoter, so I'm out in the light like a lot. So I see a lot of stuff. So if I see you at a party consistently, and you just in every guy face or whatever case may be, I'm not gonna. I want
to contradict you on that real
quick.
So me personally, I'm not a party person.
Yeah, but
when I do go out, I like.
Well, let me say this before you start.
Well, okay.
Hold on, let me just say this, because I don't even, when I go to a party, I don't even look for a girl there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't take her. Let me just say that for the first. But go ahead. Continue.
Oh snap! My man, Mike. Okay. So like obviously like okay. I'm not even saying I'm not a party person, but when I would go out to parties. Let's say I might not be in guys' faces, but guys are constantly in mine.
That's different.
But no, because I've had a guy. I went up to a guy. I thought he was attractive. I asked him for his number. We exchanged it, right? And then after I asked him for his number, he was watching me from a distance, and me and my friends, we were just standing there, right? And he kept seeing guys constantly come up to me, constantly just coming up to me, asking me for my number, asking me for my Instagram. Me personally, I don't give out my number to people if I'm not interested in you. So I might give them my Instagram. And he literally texts me. He's like, "Oh, you got niggas in your face. I'm not finna talk to you. You have a good day." So it's just like, let's say just given that scenario, like you see, she might give small talk, but she's not like that. It's only for a brief couple seconds, and you see her guys constantly coming up to her.
Yeah.
How would you address it? Like, would you sit there and say, "Oh, she too friendly, or she too this, that, and the third?
No.
Or like, would you sit there and be like, you know?
No, if I'm coming up to you, you're attractive, first of all. So if you're an attractive woman, of course you got. Her face, bro.
That look, you scared me.
If you're an attractive woman, of course you got guys, approaching yourself like that. Understand this, bro. Like, if I've approached you or if I'm interested in you, I'm aware of kind of like how you moving at a party. I can see, I'm observant, you know what I'm saying? And even though I'm in the spotlight, I'm still an observant person. So it's a difference between guys coming up to you and you just kind of just, oh, here's my Instagram, I don't care about none of that. Okay. That's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what bro was on, but I mean that's gonna happen regardless.
But it's okay, because it turned out he had a whole girlfriend.
Oh,
yeah, I was shocked.
There you go.
I was super shocked when I found that out. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but if you just like, I'll be honest with you, Heavan, man. If you just,
I like how you holding the mic, you know. You gotta get serious.
Nah, because if you just in every guy's, you know what I'm saying, face and being friendly, I know some girls that's like that.
Like,
and some of them girls have tried to mess with me.
What if they're just social butterflies? Like, let's say you're at a party, and you know, like they're just like, what if you have like someone that's a social butterfly? Like, they're not sitting there like being like, oh, I'm trying to, you know, X, Y, and Z with you, but they're just simply indulging in conversation or just indulging in having a good time. Now, not necessarily them having like
see, that's what I'm trying to get at though. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to get at though.
Yeah.
There's a difference between that situation and a girl just being in every guy's face.
So can you give me like a scenario, like an example of what it looks like of a girl being in every guy's face?
So for instance, right, I've had a scenario where I've messed with a girl previously, and we kind of just been like off and on, whatever the case may be. And I'm at a little kickback with her, and there's another guy there, and she's, you know, it's just kind of touch. It's like it's certain mannerisms that a girl can do that can let you know, okay, like. Yeah.
Like touching up on the shoulder.
Yeah,
like
you know, y'all be kind of like caressing the, like, just give him like, okay, a hug, right? If a guy's your friend, right, you gonna kind of give him like, you know what I'm saying? If
I give him a half of a hug.
Yeah, something like that. But if you kind of maybe find him interesting, or you kind of like talking to him, in case maybe
like
not.
A squeeze.
Yeah, majority of the time you gonna kind of be. Like, not no like no lovey
dovey,
but
that depends
like,
though, because I feel like some of my guy friends, I might give him a side hug, but also sometimes I might give him a full hug.
Well,
but it's public.
I'm just saying, like, from a guy's point of view, especially like me, I study people. Like, I want to be a psychologist, so that's kind of what.
I remember that.
But that's so I can tell, like, when you interested and you just kind of trying to show, like, you showing it to him versus it's just like platonic. It's just like a homeboy type of thing. So
I get that.
I can tell the difference. So, but yeah, if you just in every guy face, you just being friendly. First of all, I'm not gonna take you serious. That's number one. Number two,
So if you wouldn't take them seriously, like, I know a lot of, okay, I'm not gonna say a lot of guys, so I'm not gonna categorize you people.
You people. Okay.
But when you say like how you say like somebody being constantly being available or being approachable to people in public, like let's say you do, like, you know that they're approachable, like you've seen how the way they act in public. I know some guys, they would sit there and go do the same thing, like try to sit there and talk to them and like still be interested in them, but only be interested in like a sexual aspect type of way because they've seen it, like how it's been played out.
Yeah.
Now let's say like you might sit there, like, just from what you've seen her do in public, let's see that you actually still go out and approach her, but your mind isn't on what it used to be, like how you actually wanted something with her. Let's say it's just on, oh, you just want to get it in one time and call it a day, you know?
Right.
But let's sit there, let's say you go and still talk to her, but let's say she's not like that. Like, after you really had a conversation with her, you really talked to her, and the whole persona that she might have, like the whole thing that you might have saw played out in public, let's say she's really not like that when you actually got to get to know her, or you actually just maybe trying to be her friend or whatever the case may be. But like, would that still change your perspective on how you viewed her originally, or would you sit there and keep the same, oh, I'm just trying to hit it and quit it?
Well, mentality? It would change my perception, but this is the thing, right? When you talk about humans and what we do, every gender does this. Each gender does this. Women judge men, judge a book by its cover, and men judge a book by its cover when it comes to women. So you have to understand that, yes, even if that were to happen, my perception probably would change of her. But that's not even going to happen because how she's already presenting herself in public.
So you wouldn't even approach her.
Yeah. So like how you said about a guy, how he looks when he presents himself to the world. if he's looking like a bum or want to be hood, you ain't gonna give him time of day. So if this girl doing things or activities or yeah, so that's how it is.
Okay. Okay. That was nice.
Any other questions? I know you got a lot. I know.
I do. I'm over here trying to think. I'm over here thinking like, what else can I say?
Think about Heavan. She curious. She's gonna ask.
Let's sit there and say. Okay, for example, I don't know if I feel like this might be repeating the same question, but you said like reading a book by its cover, right? Let's say you have like there's this like certain thing like there's rumors going around about this girl, right? Would you sit there and still talk to her to get to know her even though you've heard certain things about her, or would you just be like, oh, would you just go solely based off what that person says? So like for me personally, if I feel like if I'm constantly hearing rumors about this one person, I'm gonna be interested in seeing listening and I'm thinking like I heard so much about this person. Okay, I actually want to go see like what they really about. So I'm gonna go sit there and try to become friends with them. And it's everything that people are saying. It's like, what are you guys talking about? Because this person has never showed me this, and I started a friendship based off certain things that people said. But when I actually get to know this person and hang out with them and actually become friends and like build like maybe 5+ years of friendship or whatever. It's like, where are these comments coming from? And I feel like a lot of times, a lot of people make these comments because they actually don't really know this person. Like, never had a conversation with this person. It's just, people gonna be people.
So you ask.
And sometimes people just talk about people because they might be better looking. Or they might have something else going on. Might have more going on than the other person, But, people gonna talk. But would you use that? Would you sit there and base the way you move or getting like
every no, I wouldn't. I'm a very fair individual. So if I have a thought of you or perception of you, it's because of something that you have shown me or didn't show me. My grandma would it be personal or professional, either or would it just be? We could still be professional, but if you showed me, like if I'm interested in you, right, and we kicking whatever case may be, but you kind of give off this energy of, oh well, kind of like the Miss Too cool, like you don't like you just playing hard to get or the
you walking around like your stuff don't stink.
Something like that. Like if you walking around like you just
I'm this, that, and third.
Like you miss nonchalant, like nothing bothers you. Okay, well I'm gonna think that you just don't really have that much emotion. So I'm gonna think that you kind of act like a dude in that aspect, because I mean guys are not really that emotional. I don't want to be with myself, so I'm gonna think I'm gonna think that you're kind of like a nonchalant girl. I only go by what you have shown me. What you portray,
what you show somebody. Okay.
Now that's not saying that it can't change. You know what I'm saying? Like a girl can come back maybe into my life if I let her, and she can change it. But like we said, we gotta get past the ego first. You gotta get past the want to be rejected first. Or you gotta get past all that. So you know what I'm saying? But it's
that's why you gotta sit with yourself, man. You gotta reevaluate your life.
So because honestly, like that's what I've experienced the most. Like I mess with a girl, and somehow, some way, they'll self-sabotage themselves how to mess with me, and then later on down the line, they'll come back and they'll be like, "Oh."
But what if they've already had this pre-assumption? Like let's say, like you said, you're an observer, right? Let's say they've been watching you, they've been observing you, right? Let's say there's certain things that they pick up on that they don't really necessarily like, but they still sit there and give you a chance. But like throughout certain aspects, like it's just still like certain things, like it still shows.
Well, why don't you just tell him?
Okay, that's true.
So maybe because he may not know what it is, so maybe he'll stop if you tell him.
Okay, but would you do the same thing though?
Yeah, I'm very upfront, very blunt.
Okay,
honest.
cool.
Yeah, that's
awesome. Love it.
Very blunt, very honest. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. So, Lord have mercy. Why do guys sit here and like their first date is always, for one, why? Okay, child. Let me gather my thoughts because this irritates me so much. So.
Now understand, once you ask this question, you gotta chill so I can answer the question. Okay? Yeah, just let you know. All right.
Why is it that first of all, why do guys sit there and ask girls out on dates, and then like as soon as they ask them out on a date, they sit there and say, "Oh, so what do you want to do?"
But I can tell you.
Let me finish. They sit there and say, "Oh, what it is that you want to do?" And my whole thing is like, if you're gonna ask me out on a date, you should already have that planned. Like, I understand you might want my input, but it's like, for me, I like a guy that sits there and takes charge. Like, if you're going to sit here and ask me on a date, I already have plans. Like, I already have something, like, in motion. Now, if it's going on a second date and you ask me what it is, okay, I wouldn't mind telling you, like, what some things that I might be interested in doing. But for a first date, specifically, don't sit here and ask me on a date and you're going to sit here and ask me what it is that I want to do. Like, I already have something planned or have an idea, or, like, give me options. You give 3 options or something like that. Why do you guys do that? Because it's annoying.
I could tell you.
Because I need some type
now,
context.
I don't necessarily do this, but I understand why guys do go that route, and it's simply because, and this is not to throw any girls under the bus, nothing like that, but we live in a generation where girls are very low tolerance. Like, they don't really stay in you. Like, they only stay, like, they only put up with certain things if they like you, but you have to get to that point first. They're very quick to cut a guy off, like, and it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So when you see a girl that you like, as a guy, you see a girl that you like, of course you want to impress her. You want to take her out. So let's say I take you out to an arcade. You cool. You just said on a minute ago that you
arcade.
Cool. I've had girls that ain't cool with it. And they say, are we in middle school? Like, I've heard girls actually tell me that. So when a guy's approaching you, he's like, well, I want to take her out, but man, what do? I don't know anything about her. I don't know what she likes. If I ask her what she likes, she's going to think I'm not trying to take charge, da-da-da. So that's what I'm saying.
What if you give a girl, like, options to choose from? Like, these are some things I might, like, let's say somebody asks you out on a date, and, like, they sit there and, like, okay, like, let's say he gives you options. Like, let's say they give you options. Like, you give the girl options so she just doesn't have to come off the dome with what it is, like she might want to do. Like, let's say you already just have option, like, hey, I'm interested. Like, let's say you guys been talking, and then you get to the point where you ask her out on a date. Instead of you just giving one option or just saying, oh, let's go out on a date, or instead of saying, what do you want to do, why not give them options? Like, maybe give them a list of 3 options or a list of 5 options just to choose from, so you can, and you already have a plan of how much you're wanting to spend, how much, you know, what it is that you want to contribute so far, and you let her pick from where the options that she wants to do. Now, personally, if she don't want to pick from them, then that's a nice alternative. You know what I'm saying? I mean, guys, y'all can do that. You know, y'all want to out there, but to answer your question, though, that's why guys do that, because you have a very small margin for error. Would that be a certain, because I know some guys that go they go after women that are not in their league. And what I mean by that is, like, they go after, like, women that are well put. Like, they're very independent. They can support themselves. They can do their own things. They can take themselves on date. Like, they can do a lot. And I feel like, what if a guy bites off more than he can chew, and, like, she might, because I know a lot of times, like, I don't know if you've seen it on social media where girls are saying, these are acceptable dates.
Yeah, I know.
These aren't acceptable dates.
Of course I know. Yeah.
Like,
of course I know. Yeah.
Like, what if a guy bites off more than he can chew, and he's like, you messing with this high class? Like, this is also why I said, if I'm successful in my career, I'm not going to date somebody that's not within my tax bracket, you know? So it's like, what if he bites off more than he can chew, and he goes after this very high class, high value woman, but he can't provide her with high class and high value things. Yeah. Even though she can get it on her own. Because at the end of the day, for me, it's like, I don't need you, but I want you, you know?
Well, I tell all my partners, or all the guys out there that, like, ask me for advice, I just tell them, bro, like, if she's at your league, you gotta have that thought in your head. You gotta know, okay, is this girl in my league? Can I give her what she wants? She like a high, quote unquote, high maintenance type of girl. Okay, well, if I know I can't give her a high maintenance thing, then
I'm not necessarily talking about, like, paying for her nails, getting her hair.
I know what you're talking about.
Like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like, I feel like people justifying, oh, you need to pay for my hair. And baby, if you can't buy it yourself, why are you asking your man to do it? I know
what you're talking about, but yeah. I just tell them not to do it, bro. You gotta find what girls fit into your category. You know, like, I tell my homeboys all the time, bro, like, I got one homeboy Pacific, man. I tell my time, bro, you sometimes you just got a girl is good for you, and that's as good as you gonna get. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta take it. Like, you're not gonna find nobody better, really.
And then maybe specifically, let's say they might elevate themselves, you know. Like, then that's when you think they should be able to approach this.
Yeah, but I always tell this to whether I'm talking to a guy or a girl. If you want this type of individual, okay, you have to understand what comes with that type of individual. Yeah. If you want this individual, you gotta understand what he or she wants. So if you want this girl that looks good, well put together, but you know for a fact she bougie, or you know for a fact that she high maintenance, or whatever the case may be, or she on her boss girl, independent, then you gotta know what comes with that, bro. If you want a more down to earth girl, more humble girl, more feminine girl.
You don't think a woman that is bougie, like how you put it, bougie and high class, high value, you don't think that she's not humble? Because because you put humble with this with one class, and then
almost every I can humbly say this, almost every girl I've met that is either bougie, high class, high maintenance, whatever these terms are that people use nowadays.
I have a question.
What?
You called me bougie at one point in time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. You know me. I stand on what I say.
Okay. But
I say what I mean. I mean what I say.
You use bougie for one term, but you describe bougie with this one type of person, with this one type of woman, and then you describe humble with another. So it's like you called me bougie personally one time. You've always called me bougie, actually. So it's like, what do you not think that I'm a humble person, or like how does humble like?
I will honestly say that you're more humble than most that I've seen. Most bougie girls I've seen, yeah. Because most bougie girls I've seen, their ego is, it's unmeasurable, bro. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like they think they're like too good, basically.
Yeah. What I tend to realize in our generation is that men don't have enough self-worth, and girls typically have too much self-worth. They think they deserve more than what they are actually worth, and guys don't have enough of it. So they tend to put up with things they probably shouldn't put up with. That's what I've said in our generation. And everybody I've said that to, like, on the show, they think about it, they be like, yeah, you're right. Like, that's crazy.
I feel like it could go either way.
What you mean?
Like, it could be vice versa.
But see, if a guy has too much self-worth, or if he thinks like he's too, whatever case may be, like, I got a homeboy like that. You know what I'm saying? He thinks that he's just, like you said, trying to get girls out his league, whatever case may be. Like, he thinks he's all that. He can get them type of girls. Reality sets in and lets him know, yeah, you might think this, bro, but you ain't getting her. And you ain't never got her. You ain't never got that type of girl. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So with guys, yeah, we can think that all day, but reality gonna let us know. No. It's gonna reiterate to us, you're not like that. It's okay. Humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't think that really happens with y'all. I don't think reality kind of lets y'all know, like I don't know. A lot of guys I met, they don't really live like in like reality. Like they don't really, they just don't. Like nobody's ever called them out on anything.
That was because they just
nobody's ever held them accountable. Nobody, like, you'll be surprised at how many either friends I have that are girls or girls I've messed with, and they'll tell me straight up, you know, you're the only guy that's ever like called me out on my BS. Like you're the first guy that's ever done those type of things. I'm like, this is sad. Like, this is really sad. But yeah. What you looking like that for? What you looking like that for?
I don't know. I'm just like, okay, dang, okay.
What? I mean, yeah.
I guess, cause baby.
I mean, if you have an experience, that's good. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to be humble. But I'm just saying, like, from what I've seen, like, in our generation, even on social media, like, you can see it, bro. Like, stuff I be seeing, I'm like, man, who are you, bro? Like, to even, like, think that you just are owed this type of stuff. Like, it's just kind of crazy. Like, when you see it, like, I see it with guys and girls though. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it could go both ways.
Yeah, I see what guys and girls.
I've seen some. I'm gonna just say because I ain't got words to describe. But I done seen some stuff, and I'll just be like, oh, you think you too good? Okay.
Any more questions?
I'm
here to answer anything.
Let me see what I have.
So you asking like a lot of different questions. Like,
yeah, I'm kind of jumping from.
Yeah, like what most people be asking.
Let's get okay. I've had this. No, I'm not gonna ask you that one. I'm sure. Okay. When it comes to like dating, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say like you're dating this girl and she might have she might be mad at the fact that you're constantly like liking these other girls' pictures where like they're very revealing, like their content, whether it's them throwing like, you know, them nude, either all the way nude, semi nude, or just doing some, you know, some strange things, or let's say you're liking some girls' pictures that do not look like your girlfriend. Your girlfriend constantly, like, the girl that you're talking to, she constantly points it out, like, why, what's the point of you liking this, you know? How would you take that?
First of all,
would you continue to keep doing it, even though she, like, made it up, like, she simply said that she has an issue with you doing it, or, like, would you continue to do it? Like, how would you handle that situation?
First of all, I would never do that. Like, that's just...
But, I mean, some guys do it, though.
Yeah. I would tell them about I guess just stop, bro. I mean, I don't know. Like, what is that doing for you at the end of the day? Because that girl that you're probably liking her story, she's not going to give you a chance anyway. Just stick with what you got.
Well, coming from a female's perspective, like, just because I don't know if it was addressed on, like, one of your podcasts, but I think it kind of was, and I was just like, what was it? I don't remember which one. I don't remember which podcast, but I think it was with a guy. I think it was with a guy.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure. But it's like, when your guy is constantly, like, liking semi-nude pictures, or constantly, like it's like what sparks your interest in this person? Like, regardless of if they're a celebrity or not, like, why are you liking girls that's, like, out here shaking their, you know, they're, like, shaking their asses on the internet, and like just doing the most provocative things on the internet? Like, why do you do, like, what's the point of you liking it? And on top of that, like, for me, like, if I see that, okay, I'm obviously I'm a light bright, and I see that you're like, I'm a light bright with curly hair, and you know, you get the point. And I constantly see you, like, constantly liking girls' pictures that don't look like me, or like there's no similar interest. So it's like, it makes me think, like, are you even really attracted to me, you know? And then on top of that, it's just like, regardless if you know this girl, if you don't know this girl, if you've had past situations with this girl or not, it's like, well, it's not even like something that is out of insecurity. It's just simply like, what is the attraction there? Because, like, for example, like, I've had guys that date me thinking that after they date me, they become all these other girls that have never came their way are interested in them now. And it's like, they're only interested in you because you have somebody that's pretty, that's attractive, that has something going for them on your arm. You would have never got this if you were not dating a pretty and attractive woman. And girls do that out of spite. A girl would sit there and message your man, like your man's story, and expect you to, like, she'll like it just to see if she can get you and grasp you. If you go back and you like her pictures and everything, she's like, oh, I got it. It makes the girl think that she has a chance. And it's just like, what is the point? Like, what's the point? Like, if your girl obviously says she doesn't like it, or like you're liking pictures that nobody resembles her, like, are you even attracted to her? Like, let's be real.
Well, like I said, me personally,
you wouldn't do it. But
okay, but for the guys out there that do that,
it's a question.
I can probably speak for them and say it just like this: guys are different, man. Like, he can like that girl's picture, and think, okay, she throwing a little something back, and think nothing of it, and still love you to death, and still be attracted to you to the utmost. But
it's like, if she's constantly bringing it up to you and telling you that it makes her uncomfortable,
you wanna know why he not stopping?
Yeah, like, what's the point of you, like
why burn off? Probably because he just don't. I mean, at that point, he just don't care.
Yeah,
what you saying? Like, at that point, that's just kind of self. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I have to ask that because I feel like a lot, like me, like younger me, like when I was in high school, I'm just like, these girls don't look nothing like me. They have no similar traits or anything. That they don't look nothing like me. And it's like, am I even your type?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'll say he probably just doesn't care. You know, about what you saying.
Because older me, I mean, necessarily, like, I don't really care, but like, I don't know. It depends on the context and situation. But I had to answer that because I'm pretty sure, like, I have a lot of female friends, like, I give advice to, and they constantly ask me questions, like, you know, and I'm like, I try to be as really honest with them as I possibly can.
I'm glad you brought that up.
But I want people, like, I really genuinely want to know, like, what is a guy perspective on that? Because it's just like, it's something that's constantly talked about, even in older relationships. Like, say, like, we're grown right now, like, we're young adults. Even, like, right now, and even, like, maybe people are, like, in their mid-20s and late 20s, it's something that's still constantly happening. And, like, people address it, but they don't really address it, you know?
Yeah, so that guy, he just don't care, simply put.
That was one question. My next question is, I've always found myself in situations where I've always been, like, somebody's first person that maybe, like, whether I'm somebody that doesn't fit their their type, but I'm always like I'm the trial error. Like I have my stuff together, I have good stuff going for me, and like a guy would sit there and weasel his way in to talk to me and everything, but it's like it's a trial and error. Like he'll mess up, he'll cheat, he'll do X, Y, and Z, but then after a while we break up. Either he breaks up with me or I break up with him because I'm tired of dealing with it. And he goes and treats this other girl. Everything that I wanted him to do for me, he does it for the other girl. And it's like, I was your trial and error. Well, like, what makes,
What makes a girl a trial and error?
No, why would you sit here and, like, I don't even know the question at this point. Like, it's just like.
I can't answer you. Ask me a question.
It's like, I've always been the trial and error girl. Like I've always been somebody's first girl. Either they got something going for themselves, they're very independent, they know how to handle their own, And I've always either been their first light-skinned girlfriend or their first. I don't really fit their criteria of what their type was or what their type is. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why do guys pick certain females, like let's say they want to experiment with, but it's like a trial and error, and it's like, okay, you didn't fuck this girl over, you didn't cause her to go through so many traumatic experiences, and then the next year you get, like, I understand, like some guys they treat people like the person they want they'll, what am I trying to say? The person that they want. I'm having a brain fart. Like the person that what's the saying? What is the saying? I'm trying to think. Guys change for the female that they want, or something like that.
They change for the female that they want.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
But what makes it? Why do you got to put the trial and error through so much to like figure out what it is that you really want? Or, like, change for the next person. The next person reaps all the things and all the benefits that this girl was trying to implement and constantly trying to tell you. Mm-hmm. Cause I don't put up with that no more, baby. You got one time to mess up, honey.
Yeah.
You got the dough.
Well, that just has a lot to do with if a girl told me that, like a lot to do with the guys that she is picking for one, and that guy he doesn't have a mature mindset yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's just still immature. And with that being said, you get what you get. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of numerous other explanations.
But what if they put on let's say they put on a facade. Like, it lasts for like maybe 3 months. I feel like a lot of people they put on a facade. They don't really show their true colors until after that 3-month mark. Like, are you really going to, like, I've had people keep up like, oh, they constantly do this. Like, keep up this really good mentality, but then after that 3-month mark, they start falling off. Like, the things that they were doing in the beginning, the things that they were doing, like, it's not the same. Like, you start to fall off, and it's like, what you doing? What happened to why are you falling off?
Why is he falling off? That could be a numerous things. That could be numerous things. Many things could explain that. One, maybe you're not requiring it of him anymore. Two, maybe you're acting unappreciative of what he's already doing.
Okay.
And you're nagging him about it, and it's becoming annoying. So now you don't want to put up with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, them probably, like, men are very simple, so it's probably like one of them two things. Like, you're just not requiring it anymore. He's gotten, he just doesn't really need to do it no more.
Okay, well, this leads to my next question, because I'm projecting my own, personal experiences.
It's okay.
But okay, let's say I've had a guy that we would constantly either go out on dates, or like there would be like this gentleman opening my doors, like, like the same way you got me is the same mentality, the same thing that you had, like the mentality that you had to get me. I feel like it's the same thing that you need to carry out throughout the relationship. And it's like, I feel like after that 3-month mark, a lot of people start falling off, and it's like, it's not something that it's like.
I tell this to guys. Girls get with you hoping that you don't change the man that you are. In terms of like how I attracted you, that's how the girl wants you to stay. And that's like how I got you. Keep up the she wants you to continue that throughout the whole relationship, if it blossoms into a relationship. So I would tell guys to keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it could be a lot of reasons, man, why he don't. But it's just.
Well, have you ever been into have you ever been into a situation where you've done all these good things, like the relationship was going good for the first 3 months, and all of a sudden, like, you just fell off? Like, let's say it can either be like you might not be interested anymore. Mm-hmm. Would you continue to keep dragging it out, like, or would you sit there and tell her, like, look, like, I don't think this is gonna work for me?
Yeah. No,
like, how would you approach that situation? Because I know sometimes some people they just like, okay, I didn't sign up for this. This is not something that I want. Mm-hmm. But they drag it out, like they wait until they use this guy as a placeholder until they sit there and they find somebody that you know.
No, I'm pretty. I keep it 100, man. I just let them know. Look, I
ain't interested.
I wouldn't want to do. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do this no more, man. Okay. Respectfully, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm honest. Like I don't know about everybody else, but I keep it 100 all the time. So that's just I think you should always be honest. But of course, guys like always do that. Okay. So, yeah. You ask other typical questions like people usually ask, like.
Because I have to. The girl wants to know.
Okay, I'm here to answer for him. I'm here to answer for him.
I just, I have to, because, like,
What other ones you got? I'm here. I answer for them all.
Let's see. What else do I want?
Okay,
I've had a guy tell me, like, this was a guy that I was potentially getting to know / dating, I guess you can say. I had him say, he would sit there and say, regardless of if I hit it early or later, it really don't matter. He's like, it ain't gonna. He said something. I forgot. I'm not trying. What did he say to me? Cause I wasn't like, okay, let me not get my business out there. But like, he said something. He was like, regardless if I get it, if a girl puts out sooner or later. He was like, I don't even know what the hell he said. Like, I can't even think.
It's not going to affect how serious he takes you?
Yeah, or something along them lines.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, because he was like, I can hit a girl now, and, like, it ain't going to change, like, if I'm interested in her or not, or if I want to take her seriously or not. Yeah. Or I can wait and hit it later, and it's,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Okay.
Guys are like that. Yeah, it doesn't matter if I hit
some guys,
no matter.
They want something like, let's say they take the girl, they want the girl to give out right then and there, and it's just like.
Well, yeah, you should never go in expecting something expecting is crazy. I don't tell guys out there to expect things, for the first day, second day. Don't ever expect it, because he's not obligated to give it to you in the first place.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, whether I do it on the first night or we do it couple days after, it doesn't matter.
But would it change your because some guys, they be like, I've also heard some guys say, if I hit it on the first date, or if I hit it as soon as I meet this girl, it's like I'm not interested in talking to her because I already got something from her.
Yeah, no. If I'm interested, like, okay,
because I've heard both perspectives, so I gotta know.
So guys, I'm not gonna say guys, sane guys, sane, I guess, like masculine type of guys, they don't really, like, care. It's all about how what you do moving forward. Once you give it up to him, how do you move forward? How do you show him that he should want to be with you, in a sense? It's not necessarily, she gave it up to me first.
So would you say, like, would you say that is like, when a guy does that, he's like, would you say that he's immature?
What?
Like, where he says, if I hit it the first night, she easy, or she this, that, and third. Would you say he's immature?
Yeah. I mean, because that doesn't necessarily, matter. Because we're grown. We're like, if I'm feeling it, you feeling it, we in the da-da-da. But two people that are in a bedroom that are attracted to each other, late at night, it's gonna happen. It's bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so yeah, when they got some sort of spark, connection, tension, all that, it's gonna happen.
Okay. Do you believe in Netflix and chill?
Yeah, I do, because I don't. How do I say this?
Do you believe in Netflix and chill as a first date? Because I don't understand. Yeah, because I don't understand why guys sit there and invite female over to their house.
Oh, I thought you meant like in a relationship.
No.
You talking about as a date?
As a date.
No, you gotta ask
like,
that.
Why do guys sit there and, like, some guys, they sit there and invite you to their house off the first interaction, and then you put on a movie, rub it up on me. I don't know you. I can rob you. I can literally suffocate you with your pillow, or use some type of rag that got some type of chlorophyll or whatever the word is, and suffocate you and then rob you and then wake up with you. You ain't even got nothing to name your house or apartment's completely empty. You ain't even got a drawers to put on your ass. Yeah. And you just wake up like
yeah.
What is the point? Like, why would you? What? I don't understand why guys do that, because it's like Netflix and chill on the first date. No, sir.
I'm not. If I'm interested in you, bro, like.
You gonna put some?
I'm gonna put some effort in, man.
Okay.
You know, so I'm gonna put some effort in, and I'm a busy guy, so I can't always take you out. But I'm gonna try to FaceTime you, text, whatever. You know?
Okay, let's say you are dating somebody, right? Because like you don't like, for me, like, okay, dates are nice, but we don't always have to, like, if we don't always have to go out and spend money. You know, like, I don't mind, like, if we're dating, like, we've been like, let's say like we're past the first like week of dates, or like maybe we've been a month into dating, right? And let's say we've already made it exclusively where we're just solely talking to each other, and you invite me over to your place, right? Now, I don't mind you like inviting, like that could still be a date. You invite me over to your place, we either can cook together, or you already cook something yourself. We hang out, we chill, play a couple of games, and watch a movie. I still consider that a date, because it's like we've already been on all these. You've shown like what you can and cannot do. Like you've shown me this type of person that you are. So I wouldn't mind, you know, coming over to your place, you know, having dinner, but, you know, don't expect me to sleep with you, because I ain't sleeping with you. But you know, that I feel like that can still be considered a date.
Yeah,
it just depends on the context and how deep into the
I'm not asking no. First of all,
but for a first date,
three things I'm not asking no girl to Netflix and chill ever. If we doing that, you gotta ask me. You know what I'm saying? Then it's cool, because it's like you're consenting to come over and watch a movie. Okay. And when it comes to like sexual things, whatever the case may be,
you wait till she.
Yeah, I let her get a green light. Let her.
Would you make her let her make the first move?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I don't initiate.
What if she's made the first move, but then you picked it up, and then like she might have like changed her mind?
Then I won't do it.
Okay, cool. Because I had to get somebody to put that out there.
Then I won't do it.
Some guys, they be like, you know, I ain't even get into it, because child.
No, I mean there's a thin line between moving like that and just playing hard to get. But a guy that's been experienced out here with girls and mess with a lot of girls, he can kind of tell the difference between you playing hard to get and you just acting on your standards and you just acting on your morals. You know, okay. So he can tell the difference 9 times out of 10.
Okay.
So yeah.
So what if you have make the first move, like maybe like a kiss, right? And she might have like either pulled away, like she wasn't expecting it, or like she might have just pulled away and was like, you know. Like, let's say you're like mid conversation, but you're like face to face, like you're face to face, like just looking at each other, like caked up, like whatever the case may be. Let's say you're just in mid conversation and like you're just really looking, you're like, damn, this girl's so beautiful, like I just want to kiss her, right?
Type of girls, you know.
Like, no, I'm just saying, like, let's just say y'all like mid conversation, y'all having conversation, like you caked up, cuddled up, and like you try to make the first move, and she's like, she kind of pulls away because she's like, she wasn't expecting it. Like, what would you do? Like, would you instantly like be like, oh shit, like what the fuck, like would you instantly regret it, or like would you just be like, okay, she obviously didn't pick up on my cue, or like was interested in, like would you completely just shoot yourself down all the way, or would you try to give another try on another occasion?
I wouldn't do it to begin with.
Okay.
I keep telling anything
you would want the
intimate,
female to initiate it,
because that's when I know that she's really interested
in
me, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I tell, you know, some of the girls I've messed with before, I'm like, man, look, I don't initiate nothing. Then they don't believe me until they come over, and I'm just we just laying there watching the movie, and then at the end they just be like, so you ain't gonna try nothing? I'm like, no. But it's crazy because then they want to like do it more. It's like, bro, yeah, I'm not gonna do. Okay. I'm not gonna try anything, man. I'm a respectful guy. You feel me?
I like
it's
that.
up to you.
It's fun.
Goodbye. Goodbye. I got a question for you. Okay. Because you keep bringing up this independence type of thing, this independent you know, type of mentality that you got.
You don't come from my neck.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking. So the guy that you described, right? Do you think that he wants that? Do you think that he cares about that?
Okay, look.
Because usually
I can be very independent. I can wear the pants. I wouldn't mind.
Do you realistically want that though?
Look, listen. Like, I can, like, I'm a very independent person, not just because of my upbringing. I was always told, like, go after what you want. Like, don't worry. A man will come. Whatever man you want, he will come. He will meet your standards. He will adjust himself. He will fix himself accordingly. Like, that's just how I was raised. That's how I was taught. The right man will adjust to my standards if he really wants me. But you know, sometimes like a female can get, like, let's say I'm quote unquote in my masculinity. You know. I wouldn't mind being feminine and dainty. Like, I wouldn't mind a man taking me up out of my, you know, masculinity and you know, like you're dominant, you're taking over, you're the alpha, obviously. I wouldn't mind being dainty, being very girly, being submissive. I wouldn't mind that because like you're I can relax. Like you're letting me know that I can breathe. Like I don't have to solely just be independent and only, just solely be independent and make sure that I don't even know how to describe it. Like I don't even know if like what I'm saying is making sense because of the way you're looking at me. But like I wouldn't mind a man taking me out of my masculinity and putting me into my femininity. Like you're letting me know that I don't always have to wear the pants. Like you're letting me know that I don't always have to be so I
just find it interesting like how I'm not gonna get on you. I'm not gonna get. Why do you think I'm not gonna get? I just find it interesting, bro. Cause like, man, I mean, so many girls that say that, bro. They're just like, if you showing me from the moment that I shoot my shot, right, and I notice any sort of masculine type of moves, activity, whatever the case may be, I'm turned off. Like, I should not be obligated to make you want to be a woman just because you're not gonna try to sit there and make me be a man. I have to be a man from the jump, otherwise you're not gonna give me a chance.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like why do guys expect that to happen?
Like, okay, let me go, boy.
I'm just asking, like, that's a question.
Okay, I kind of think you kind of misread what I was saying, but
no, I heard you, but I have to clear that up though.
Like, okay, I get that. Like, you're okay. But like what I'm saying is like from my perspective, being somebody that always had to carry the relationship, like I'm always the one that has to initiate, or I'm always having to I might be with a guy where he does good for the first couple months, but it's like damn, now I gotta sit here and put on the pants and actually carry the relationship, show interest, like being someone that constantly has to wear the pants or constantly has to go out of their way to do something, or it gets tiring, and it's like. Yeah, I might meet this guy that's like, okay, he's taking charge, he's doing X, Y, and Z. I know that I can sit back and, relax and just enjoy it. I don't have to be as, I don't have to sit there and have everything planned out, or, I don't have to do all that. I can just simply just be a woman. Right. I don't know how to explain it, but
no, I just had to get your opinion on that. What you think?
That's just like I don't have to wear the pants. Basically, I can be feminine. I can be girly. Like I don't have to constantly worry about what happens next or what's going to happen next because he already has it taken care of.
Okay, so you got
if that makes sense.
Okay, I get you. I mean, I get you. I just had to get your perspective on that. My bad.
Okay.
You got any more questions?
Let's see. Yikes, man. What? Let me see.
I can do this all day.
I know in one of your podcasts, somebody talked about. Okay, let's say you meet a girl, right? Let's say she got a banging body, she looked nice, but some of her clothes she might wear, it may be a little bit too revealing, but it's not overly exaggerated to where it is revealing. When you get in a relationship with her, would you expect her to change her attire or the way that she dresses completely? Because for me, my thing is the same way you got me, like the same way that you, like, let's say I'm like maybe wearing like this cute mini dress, right? But I don't have like my ass and stuff for nothing. Like it's not oh, I'm sorry. I've been cussing this entire time.
Everybody's done it.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
No, it's cool.
I've been cussing and I've just been like not watching my profanity.
It's cool. Everybody does it.
But I might not have my ass and like boobs and tits hanging out. But like it's a little scandalous, a little I'm gonna just say sexy. It's sexy, right? Would you expect me to change? Like, would you expect me to, like, when I'm going out with my girlfriends, or because like I heard in the podcast, I'll be listening. Would you expect me to completely not dress like how I dress like when I go out, like? Because I feel like a lot of women they don't dress. I don't dress for a man. I dress for myself. I don't dress for attention either. Like, I know a lot, like in your, I feel like somebody said like people dress for attention, but I feel like The way oh Lord, let me just.
I'll elaborate on
This is a huge question. Yeah. It's a question that has a lot of different categories to unpack. So.
Okay, I'll elaborate all of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna speak for me personally. Speak for guys next. Okay, me personally.
Okay, and once you speak about yourself personally, then I'm gonna say something. Then you know.
Okay, so cool. For me personally, I'm not your dad. I'm not your grandpa. I'm not your uncle. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you what you can and cannot do. Okay. Right? You can. Do you wear what you want to wear? But okay. But if there's like, if you're dressing,
if it's like too revealing, like
I'm just
like
not gonna
where you have your like okay, let's say she wears like a cute like mini dress with a slit on the side, and it's just it fits her body like it looks like she looks good, and like say you like the way she looks, right? It looks good on her, but you don't want her wearing it outside in public. How like. Okay, because let me back it up.
I know what you're saying, like, but I'm just telling you, I'm a different type of guy.
You're not insecure about what your girl wear out in public, but you wouldn't want her to sit here and wear something with her ass and tits are like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care. Like I'm not gonna sit here.
Because some guys, because my thing is, some guys like, they would sit there and get this like the same way this girl attracted you, like you found that attractive, you found what she was wearing attractive, but all of a sudden now that you have her, you expect her to change her entire wardrobe, and it's like. It's not even nothing that's too revealing. It's just that you just don't like the way you feel like she might be out there trying to get other guys' attention when that's not the case.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of gray areas here. There's a thin line between. There's a thin line between that.
Can we like pull up like a picture and like put it here? And I'm trying to get like
give me like a maybe a celebrity or something, how they dress or something like that. Like
okay. I'm gonna say sexy red because I gotta.
Oh, goodbye. Okay. Goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Oh no, I'll be single forever if I do that.
Listen.
No.
Okay, I feel like a lot of the way sexy red dresses, you would not want your girl dressing like that, right?
No.
Okay, but let's say we have. I'm gonna say mulatto. I feel like she kind of dresses. Her stuff is somewhat revealing, but sometimes it's not revealing. Actually, no, let me not. Let me look at my Instagram.
See, Mulatto's Instagram does have a lot of revealing pictures.
It does.
On it,
okay, let me not use that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know how to. Okay, like, this is hard. I don't really like using celebrities for this because, baby.
Well, we kind of got just so everybody can kind of know.
Okay,
the audience can know what.
Let's say you have Let me just see if I can find. I'm gonna just pull up somebody's Instagram on my Instagram. I'm gonna just pull up somebody's Instagram. Okay. Right? We're gonna find something. Let me look at something. I gotta go through those.
I don't think like the whole when it comes to like guys being insecure about what their girl wears, whatever the case may be. I do have a lot of partners that they're gonna tell their girl, like you just can't really dress like that, whatever the case may be. I don't think I'm okay. A lot of stuff just don't get to me. Like a lot of stuff just doesn't bother me. I'm a very type of guy. I'm gonna tell you my standards. I'm gonna tell you what
it was with Ted.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
He was saying something about I can't remember his exact words, so I'm not going to exactly quote him. He was like, it's not necessarily him being insecure, but he was like,
he knows what it can do.
He knows what it can do, but it's kind of like that's kind of like saying like, okay, however this girl dressed, that's how she deserves what she gets. That's kind of how he was putting it.
Yeah.
And my thing is, it was like the same way you got me. Like I'm not gonna change the way that I dress. Like you can sit there and say like I'm not gonna wear nothing like, for example, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not gonna wear nothing that's too revealing to sit there and
But see, that's why I say you have to clarify that though, because if you don't clarify that, it's gonna be some girls out there that think it's okay to dress dress revealing in a relationship. You gotta clarify.
Because what I'm trying to say is like. Let's say she's wearing like this. I keep referring to a mini dress. I don't.
That's an accurate representation.
Okay, let's say she has this mini. Let's say we have a girl going out with her girls, right? Let's say the theme is like lingerie, sexy, all black. Let's say she puts on like a lace bodysuit, but you can't like you can it's mesh, where you can see through it, but you can't see through it up here. And let's say she might put on like a leather like black mini skirt that maybe goes like mid thigh. Right, and she puts on like maybe a black jacket over the shoulder, right? And let's say her man says, "You're not wearing that. You're not walking out the house looking like that's too revealing." And it's like, it's not modest, but it's modest enough to where it won't cost too much attention. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like a man is gonna be a man regardless of what it is. It just depends on how your female or your girlfriend reacts to attention. Because it's like it's just like, but now let's say. you do have a girl. I feel like it depends on the dynamic of the relationship, because if you don't trust your girl going out looking good, like feeling confident in herself, feeling sexy in herself, and wanting to wear certain things, not too oh, Lord have mercy, your face. Not too I don't even know how to describe it, because it's just
I'm making this face because I'm thinking how people are gonna take this in the comments. Like,
girl, they might put me on the stake.
No, because there's a thin line,
yeah,
man. Like,
I get it.
You okay? I hear what you're saying about, oh well, the same way you got me, the same way I'm gonna be in a relationship.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, like, I wouldn't wear something like that's. Like, I would still dress how I want to dress, but like I wouldn't sit there and put it to where like my ass is hanging out, my tits are like falling out my outfit. Like some women, I feel like, cause I've seen some questionable things, boy. Where some women,
I know that,
like they have like they have all their stuff hanging out, and their man is standing right next to them. Like, I get it. He might not. He might say that. Well, my woman can wear whatever she wants because I ain't insecure.
Yeah.
And yeah,
and he's standing right there too.
Yeah, I get that, but like, I don't know.
You just want to know like what's okay.
What's okay? Because like a guy sitting here saying like, oh, it's not me being insecure, but it's like she's asking for it. But it's like, I feel like it depends on how she handles the situation. Like, because I don't wear stuff for attention. I'm not wearing stuff. I'm wearing stuff because I used to work at Victoria's Secrets. I'm gonna say that. I used to work at Victoria's Secrets. I worked in the lingerie room. I sold lingerie. I sold the image of a woman being sexy, being confident, being, you know. And I would all constantly tell a woman she would come in there shopping for her husband. But I'm like, let's be honest. Your man is going to take this off of you as soon as he see it. You're not shopping for him. You're shopping for yourself because you want to feel sexy and you want to feel confident and beautiful, right? No. Now, let's say she does that with the okay. You know, let me just shut up.
No, it could, because when she said she was doing that for her husband,
but like
she probably is.
I get that, but my thing is like a woman when it's visual.
Yeah, guys are visual. Yeah.
But sometimes like you're not shopping solely for just him. You're shopping for what makes you feel sexy and like you want to feel sexy and confident in front of your man, right? And obviously he gonna look at it. He might depending on the man, because some men they be raised to take it off. Take it off.
Yeah, they be
on
go.
Some men they might sit there and look at you, examine you, and it measure you from head to toe. But like I said, it depends. But like what I'm saying specifically when it comes to going out, a female going out with her friends for a girls' night, and you might sit there and say, "Why are you wearing this?" But it's like, what are you getting at? Are you saying that I'm wearing this because I want man's attention out there? Like, what do you?
I just think like girls just need to just be mindful, okay? Like, be mindful on certain things, and be mindful how, okay, if you want a guy or you want a boyfriend at a certain point in time, or you want a husband at a certain point in time, then you have to tap into how the type of guy that you want, how he's gonna think. So if you out here dressing like the Sexy Reds of the world, or the mulattoes of the world, whatever case may be, then okay, you might get the type of guys that you don't necessarily want to commit to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're dressing a little bit more modest, whatever the case may be, and that kind of gives you a greater chance on getting a decent guy that wants to take you serious, just because of the way that you're presenting yourself. Of course, guys going to shoot at you regardless. They're going to come up to you regardless. You can have on a gym suit, you know what I'm saying, a tracksuit, whatever the case may be. Go to Walmart, guys going to shoot at you. But it's just what helps you get the type of guy that you want.
But I'm saying, let's say she already has this guy, right? And she would not dress provocatively, but she would just dress, you know, out there. Not out there, but like she would just dress. I don't even know how to put it, because
that just depends. I would say, just to be on the safe side, it depends on the guy. It depends on the guy, and just be like, I don't know if you that type of girl out there. I mean, I know a lot of girls, some of y'all not like this, but if you just that concerned about the issue, ask the guy, like, hey, is it cool if I, you know, I mean, some girls don't really want to do that. So, but if you so concerned about it, I had
to ask him. It's a very controversial topic, and you hear certain sides, you hear both female sides and guy sides, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah,
y'all don't really get down to the nitty gritty of the question, you know.
Yeah, I don't believe
it. It might just be. It probably is just perspective. So I
don't tell like girls what they can I do.
Y'all, please don't come for me in the comments.
No, they not. Man, they
don't
not
come for my neck.
Any other questions?
Let's see. Been talking a lot, you know.
No, I mean, that's why you're here.
Let's say, quote unquote.
You should be asking some like real different. Like usually, I get questions more along the lines of like, why are people single? Like, why do you think like girls are single a lot, or like just stuff like that. Like you ask like a lot of different questions. It's different. Like I like
because I like to get in people's heads. I like to know like how do you think, how do you process things. So it's like I'm not gonna sit here and ask you the basic generic questions that everybody asks, because I feel like those questions I feel like a lot of the questions that some people ask, it depends on the person. It depends on their perspective, like or where they're at in life. I feel like, you know. Let me see.
Nobody answer anything. I'm telling you, I'm open book.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. How would you? I know we talked about this a little earlier, and we kind of talked about it where I was answering the question. Mm-hmm. How would you feel about a girl putting you into the friend zone? Like, would you sit there and knock it? Like, would you sit there and be like, okay, I'm not, like, she only wants me in the friend zone, like, or would you sit there and test out the friend zone to see if it goes for something else, or would you just not do it? You wouldn't do it?
Yeah, no. Once you tell me that you want to be friends, okay, we friends.
Or let's say she just wants a platonic relationship first.
Like she wants a
like just to get first? To know you. Like it don't even have to be a friendship. Like let's say she just wants a platonic relationship only. Like some type of groundwork.
Okay, that's cool, right? That's cool, right? But see, my thing is, if we're gonna go that route, that's perfectly fine. But
it gets
the effort that I give, if I'm romantically interested in you, I'm no longer giving that effort because now you've made the claim that you just want to be friends. Okay, so I'm gonna treat you like a friend.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of what it is. I don't really. If a girl tells me she want to be friends, we can be.
I'm not saying necessarily friends, but I'm just saying like, what if like, well, technically, yeah, I guess.
What?
Like, what if she's not ready for a romantic relationship? Like, what if she just wants to get to know you by having just nothing but a platonic,
I'm glad you said
based relationship.
If she's not ready for a relationship, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
All a guy wants to know is,
if you're
do you find me attractive? Once you answer the question of do you find me attractive, we can go about our business. But if you're not answering that question and you just say I want to just be friends, okay, goodbye. We can just be cool. When I see you, it's all love, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Okay. That's all he wants to know.
Okay.
You gotta know how to communicate things, man. If you're gonna say something, you gotta be like, okay, look, maybe I do find you attractive and I am interested in you, and maybe it can get somewhere one day. But right now, I just want to be.
I've said that to people, and I got disrespected. I've said that to people, or like they grew out of interest, but it's like we never got back to where we can actually talk about, okay, are you wanting something? Like they've never reached back, or we've never had a conversation where we got back to, okay, like we've been talking for a little bit, we've been hanging out, getting to know each other platonically. Are you ready to take these next steps into dating?
Do you bring that up? Because
I have, but it's either like, okay, they're like, okay, I'm not really feeling you like I thought I was, or I'm not interested in you no more, or like, they just simply they play like they're interested, but then all of a sudden, like later on down the line, like they pop out with somebody else. Or I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like a person don't like to wait. I get it, but I'm not like saying like you're waiting for like months and months and months and months. I'm like saying like, let's say we're just getting to know each other platonically for like a month, and then like. We try to reintroduce the question. Like I feel like a lot of people, they might sit there and like, oh, she knocked me down. I'm not gonna sit here and re-ask this question. I'm not gonna sit here and
Yeah. See, if you tell him that you just want to be friends and you want to be,
well, I'm not saying just friends. Like,
well, if you want to have a platonic friendship,
like build some groundwork.
If you want to do that first, that's cool. But then once you say that. Then you have to bring it back up because you made that statement. You know what I'm saying?
Just gotta know, because
Bert put it out there that he wanted to pursue you. He wanted to be with you, but you got to bring that back up again.
Okay, cool. I can 100% get that. I can get that.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. I feel like this is my podcast now.
Oh please. Anything else?
What else?
I like that question though.
What else do my girlies want to know? Girls, what y'all want to know? Like, I'm trying to think for y'all.
They be want to know a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, they be want to know a lot of stuff. Like
what?
I've had girls ask, how can I keep a guy?
Oh, child, girl.
I've had girls ask, well, what do guys
why
like
do they
in a
ask
girl?
that? Wait, why? Huh? How can you keep a guy? What?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they ask?
I got child.
You don't want to. You.
My what?
What's wrong with them wanting to know how to keep a guy?
I'm sorry, but like, what do you mean? Like, is he not interested? Like, you see that he's like not interested in the relationship?
Well,
no,
like, it's not that, but guys have standards too. You know?
I get that.
Yeah, guys have wants and needs too. So they just want to know they just want to know because it's not taught anymore. It's not the average girl nowadays. She don't grow up knowing what guys want.
Okay, I guess
that's a fact though.
Okay.
Where is it?
Oh, I have a good question. I have an awesome question. This might be my last question.
Yeah, it's the last question.
Okay, so there's been a lot of controversy topics where they say that other cultures, like fathers raise their daughters, like they find a man that can support their daughter financially, like have a job, like have things lined up so they know that their daughter is taken care of, right? But and when it comes to pertaining to Black culture, a lot of people say that that a lot of the girls are taught and boys are just thrown out there. Like you have to teach your girls, but your boys are able to run like crazy wild out and be out there, right? And they say like a lot of women, they're taught to be independent. They're taught to do this, but you're not teaching your sons what it is to be a man, regardless of if the father and the mother are in the family dynamic. But it's like in Black culture, it's not like Black girls are taught to be independent, and Black boys are taught to be babied.
Okay,
like that's been the
Black women are taught to be independent, Black boys are taught to be baby. I would disagree with that.
Well, that's
halfway.
just okay. Yeah,
but I mean, what I mean by that is, yes, Black women are taught to be independent, and what happens is they end up basically being the guys.
Yeah, being the guy in the relationship.
Yeah, they end up being the type of guy that they're looking for.
Yeah.
And so, but with guys, I don't think guys are baby.
Not baby, but like
a man's life is. Who's gonna baby you, bro?
What I'm saying is like they're not held to the same standard as people's daughters. Like you're a boy. I mean, like, well,
that's because. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's because in life, reality of the way the world is, if you're a bum as a man, life is gonna let you know that regardless. If your parents tell you how not to be a bum, if your dad is there or not, if you're a bum as a man, life is gonna reiterate that to you. You're not gonna get no girls. Nobody's gonna respect you. Nobody's gonna want to be around you. You're not gonna have any money, no status, none of that. Life is going to show you that you're just not. You're not a man. It's gonna show you, and it's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? You can't escape that as a man. So when it comes to like girls, daughters. Well, I guess parents are like more. They could be more harder on them or pay more attention to them. Is because reality does, like I said, reality doesn't really set in with it doesn't really set in with them. But like they're telling you to be independent and all this different stuff. But the bottom line is, bro, if you didn't have this career, whatever the case may be, you could still get married.
Yeah, but I mean, like, why isn't it taught that in Black households that man, like, why isn't it that like parents don't teach their kids like for example, like how in other cultures and other races, the man is the sole provider of everything, right? Like the man, like the daughters are taught to only date men that can provide for them. And how come in Black culture it's not taught the same way? Like Black men want to be I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I know. I know. Okay, so you're saying why is it not taught no more in Black?
Why is it not taught in Black culture? Like why is it not taught that? A man is supposed to provide. A man is supposed to do X, Y, and Z, and
because they don't want it to be. It's not the family dynamic in the Black culture. I'll argue is the worst. We got it. I mean, we got it the worst. Like it's the most broken in our culture, and it's like that. You know what I'm saying? On purpose. It's like that on purpose. If you create an environment where the woman doesn't respect the man, only way a woman can really love you is if she respects you first. Okay. So if you create an environment where that's not the case, and you got the music portraying it, all their celebrity role models are portraying it, you got social media out there portraying it, that little girl's going to grow up and boom, it's like she's going to be a product of her culture. Of what the culture is, and the guys too. Yeah, and guys too. So when the guys not being taught how to be masculine, whatever the case may be, I mean, you see what our culture is. It's like it's not like that on accident. You know what I'm saying? It's like that on purpose. You know, so yeah.
But where does it come to where the parents sit there and take accountability and like show like physical, like regardless of what's on portrayed, also something regardless of what's portrayed on social media and what like. And then some people, they might, like, what is the point? Like, you can be a product of your environment, but what are you going to do to sit there and get out of that, you know? How are you going to change that?
That's half on the parents, and that's also half on the individual themselves. Because there's a lot of things that I did. My parents didn't really tell me anything about relations. Everything I learned.
You learned it on your experience.
On my own. And just from studying and different stuff like that. So, like, it's up to you as an individual. Yeah, I may not have been taught this by my dad, but I still got to learn. Otherwise, I don't get no woman.
Yeah, because I mean, I find it like a lot of people base like, oh, I didn't have a father growing up. I don't know what a man is supposed to be. Okay, that should specifically show you exactly what not to do. Yeah,
but see, that is true. But then it's up to you as a man to learn what you need to do.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're not gonna get it.
Same thing for females too. I'm for women.
Yeah.
Get on your Zoom, baby. Get on your Zoom.
Yeah. But is that the last question?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to have to get you back on here for part 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe when there's some more girls and guys on here.
Yeah, I would love that. I'm going to get into it.
But I appreciate y'all tapping into the video, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Once again.
Subscribe. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, you know.
Thank you once again.
We on the road to 1K. Get into it. On the road to 1K. Like and subscribe. Share. Put it out there. Share. Boost it.
Thank you, Heavan, for coming out on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I appreciate it. This was a fun experience.
Yeah, most definitely. So, man, I'll be back here next Thursday with my homegirl Journey. So, yeah, man, y'all be safe.
Get it, Journey.
See y'all.
Hi, y'all.
So what you think?
It's pretty good. I like that.